following program is brought to you in living color.
It is. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Hooray, it's right.
It is.
So it's time for Doc's Chat Party.
Rubik's Cube.
Join Doc, co-host Jeff Kendall, and their
That's
guests
me.
for 2+ hours of fun, frivolity, and maybe fisticuffs. And now, here he is, your host, Doc Duckus.
Hello, welcome to the chat party for a Sunday. What is today? May the 5th, and you know what that means, eh? Cinco de Mayo. Whoa. So get out your tequila and your tortilla chips and join us. Look, we have Jeff Kendall with us too. And some guy hiding behind a
45. Yeah.
That's Joe. What do you got there, Joe?
No.
Oh, well, I was going to show later, but this is my Elvis Presley Tickle Me soundtrack EP.
Ooh.
5 tracks on it from the movie
Okay.
Tickle Me.
Yeah. Ask for the album too. Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Put the blame on me. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Yes. Look,
Interesting.
there's people out there too that are supposedly watching. Look, Grant's out there. What do you mean there's no chat?
We have one now.
We have one now. Yes.
Yeah.
Ollie Perry's there.
Zunzi. Hi, James.
Charlie's there.
Hi, James.
Late. What do you mean it's scheduled for 3:45? Where are you getting this from? Jeez. Matchstick Man is there. Day Tripper, hello.
Hi, Day Trooper.
We bid you all welcome. It's down there someplace.
I bid you welcome.
That's the trouble when you got the Rolodex. You know, it's like
Yeah.
one's you move it up to the top. Right.
And a few
Oh,
just
no.
And we've got a few cats too.
yeah, they're talkative today because so
Oh,
they're
no.
my son's outside with his cats, and I got to, they're the windows open. They're talking to him, so my son might open the door and take some of mine out. So I said, go ahead.
So like it's Cat City
Yeah,
where you are.
like a bunch of kids.
I get rid of a few a week ago or two.
And then get some more next coming week too.
You're going to get some more.
No, I'll get rid of some.
Oh, I'm gonna say what? Oh, geez, too many kitties.
Too many cats. Would you like a cat? Come to
Oh, well,
Oklahoma
James is
and have
Joe.
a cat. Hey, James.
No, James.
Hello. So, yeah, it's Cinco de Joe Mayo today.
Yes,
Yeah, it's my day.
It is.
that's good.
Kind of. Yeah. So Joe's going to be getting into the tequila later.
Mm.
I know we've had parades here.
Oh, did you?
Parades, eh?
Yeah, parades for Cinco de Mayo. Yeah. So it's a big thing. It's any excuse for a party.
The parade? Nothing here. Yeah.
Uh-oh. It's Penny Lane. You know what
Hi,
that
Penny.
means?
Hello, Penny Lane.
I have to scroll. Hang on. It's in here someplace.
Okay, got to hit you.
That is my next watching stuff. After I get done with Carol Burnett here.
Watch
I gotta-
Lost in Space again.
It's lost in space time.
That's amazing that you guys could do that. I've got it. I got my Blu-ray in 2015, and I still haven't watched every episode. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
No, I right to the end.
Oh,
Robert,
happy birthday, Hunter.
Oh,
Happy birthday.
9 today. Wow.
Hunter, it's Hunter Day.
9 years old.
Yeah. Party for someone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys have got catchy comedy on your TV,
I don't think so. No, not me.
but today's binge is the Beverly Hillbillies.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
And they started it like halfway through the run. So it's episodes I probably haven't seen in 50 years.
They're all new to me. I never really. I don't know. Maybe I saw them off and on them as a kid and stuff, but I don't know them well.
Well, me too. So I haven't seen these in a long time.
Remember, I told you I tried. Was it the first season or whatever? With what's Jettorino? What is that?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
care.
Jeff Green. Yeah.
Neither did Max Bear.
Oh, that was garbage. Some of that I saw.
Yeah, I didn't care for that or Pearl, or like those ones. Don't care for Pearl either. But once they got rid of Jethrine and Pearl, it was just the four of them.
Mm-hmm.
It got a lot better. But the ones that they're showing today, like they're roughly 1966, because they've referenced Sonny and Cher and Batman. And so it makes sense that it must be about 1966.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like when they focus on Jethro.
Yeah.
Like I've only seen a few episodes. Jethro wants to be an international playboy. Jethro wants to be an astronaut. Jethro wants to be a double knot spy. Come on.
Come on, man.
I know.
They did about 3 or 4 episodes about the gorilla. Because they
I
want
haven't
to
seen
get a gorilla. And
right now they're showing
gorilla. It's like 3 episodes.
Yeah, right now they're stuck on the bird watching thing. Which is
with Wally Cox, I think.
Yeah, exactly. In Miss Kane. Right now, one of the bird watchers she actually looks like one of the girls from Petticoat Junction. I'm not sure.
I'd probably get some extra money. Yeah.
Could be. But of course, Jethro's all smitten.
No, he's got wearing shorts and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's down at the cement pond, and they're all lined up at the pool, and of course, Jethro's going like, "Oh wow!" and he's focused on the one that I think is Billy Joe or whatever. But I turned it off because I was going to do this. Oh wait, we got a person, ladies and gentlemen. Schnee.
Hey.
I am just here to curse, cause drama, show the Partridge Family, and remind people of our late great friend Kevin Beans Reed.
Kevin Beans Reed.
I don't have my beans buttons handy. I have
your
to.
beans. Here we go. Here's
Is today a beans day?
Yeah.
And to also spin my
Cinco de beans
pen here. So, but that's it. I was in the middle of
nothing.
I was in the middle of working, and then I did a video, or I just did a video interview with Douglas from BMX Bandits, and I'm going to go back to work in a few minutes.
Wow.
Okay, taking a break. That's good.
Say hello to Kimbo while she's here. Hello. She must be on a break because she's
break from her work. Yeah, her Sunday work.
Always working. Yeah.
I hope she gets extra on Sunday.
But I wanted to
extra weekends.
Show again, British Invasion, featuring articles on Freddie and the Dreamers and Jerry and the Pacemakers that I wrote.
Oh, okay.
Wow. You are so talented.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. If I was talented, then that magazine wouldn't have fallen on the floor just now.
Question. When is your Kiss show?
Yeah, your Kiss show.
Actually, there is going to be a Kiss show. Ronnie and I are taping it on Wednesday. And what we're doing is we're going through the Kiss catalog. Now, I guess I can consider myself a Kiss novice. Not really so much a novice because I'm very familiar with Kiss and their catalog, but I basically reinvested in the catalog, and I've had help from a dear friend of ours. And so what we're doing is we're going through each album, and I'm going to give my opinion of newly listening to it. And Ronnie is just like a hardcore Kiss fan. So, and then he's going to give his more well-versed opinion on the album. So we're going to go through each album. Will it be a 45-minute hour show with just us going from the first album to Creatures of the Night? Or will it be divided up into, I'm thinking of maybe just making it short episodes, the first one covering the first album up to Kiss Alive, the next show covering Destroyer up to Kiss Alive 2, and the next show doing just the solo albums, then the final show doing Kiss Unmasked, Creatures of the Night, blah, blah, blah. So, and The Elder too. Definitely more energy on those. I know Joe's a big Kiss fan, or at least he was for a couple minutes.
Well, yeah, a couple of minutes. Well, that's the thing. I'm always Kiss is something about them that interests me, and I got to say, really. So I go back and forth, and now that I'm back into vinyl this week, I sold my Kiss albums, but
Yeah.
but I,
And
but
arg.
but I wanted the original presses. I mean, if I'm gonna get them, I want the blue labels and stuff like that
Oh,
on
oh,
vinyl. But I'm
Right.
still having the same old dilemma with CD because I like CD as well. So
Mhm.
I don't know. I
Well,
thought it was kind of sacrilegious. You say, well, I'm going to purge a few albums that Kiss.
Mhm.
You know,
yeah, and they were in
yeah.
good shape. They were in cellophane, but they weren't first presses. I don't know. Most people don't give it. Who cares, right? But I
Mhm.
do.
no, CDs rule.
Yeah, CDs rule. Now, the thing that I noticed about the Kiss albums, now, first off, I cannot, it just drives me nutty batty when people go, oh, Kiss had some power pop songs. No, they didn't. They were just good songwriters.
Mhm.
It's
They were.
rock and roll.
Mhm.
What do
What was that?
I said they were? What do I know if they're good songwriters?
Well, no. I mean, not great songwriters. They were good songwriters. Like, I can't stand that, rhyming better with leather. That, annoys me, but
Whatever.
they knew how to write rock and roll songs. Their stuff was closer to glam, obviously, in the earlier
Mhm.
days or whatever. By the time, like, Creatures of the Night was the first hard rock Kiss album, in my opinion. Because when you go back and listen to like Destroyer and Love Gun and Rock and Roll Over and stuff, back when I was a kid, that stuff was hard rock. But now when you go back and listen to, even when you go back and listen to like the first couple Black Sabbath albums,
Mhm.
they're not as hard as I remember them being when I was 12, 13, 14 years old.
Mhm.
And that's
They're not
and that's
Metallica or anything.
Yeah.
and that's only because music has gotten harder over the years.
Yeah.
So
And
now, yeah, now you go back and it's very tame. But if you listen, like, Joe, did you ever like, Destroyer is one of the albums that you had on
Yeah.
vinyl,
Well,
right?
that one is the one I heard that whole album at one point, and that's the one. If I was going to pick a favorite album based on the very limited knowledge I have, familiarity I have, I'd pick Destroyer.
Because they like I think it was 2012, 2013. They went and they remixed the album.
Mhm.
And I wish they would do that with all the albums, because it gives you a new perspective, makes them heavier, brings out that rock and roll element. Because even with Bob Ezrin's production or Eddie Kramer's production, they're very flat albums. But back then, like I said, they were edgy, and I actually ended up liking. I mean, I like The Elder. Yeah, there you go. There you go. There is
See
a
how
version
easy
of that.
CDs are, how cool they are. I don't know, man.
Mhm.
But they're not.
I'm more likely to grab that, put it in my car, and that's the thing about CDs,
Yeah, but this one's got Christine 16.
Christy
I love that one.
16.
That was one
That's
of my
great
I thought
favorites.
record.
Christine
Right.
16 is not on that album, is it? Or is it?
I think it is,
I thought it was.
or is it Love Gun?
I
Oh,
thought it was
maybe
on
it is.
Love Gun.
Oh, maybe it is Love Gun. Okay, all right.
Oops.
But
Oops.
if you go back and listen to Shout It Out Loud, what an anthem that is. What
Shout
an
it,
anthem.
shout it out loud. I want you to know that I know some of these songs.
Mhm.
Actually, that song I don't like. I think that was a waste of time.
Well, it's got Beth on it too.
Christine 16's on this one. And of
Yeah,
course,
there you go.
remastered. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Which one do you get? Do you get, if I'm getting CDs, do I get the remastered ones, or what do I get?
Might as well. Yeah.
To me, it doesn't, like if I walked into a store and I saw, let's say, a regular CD of Destroyer or Love Gun or Dress to Kill or whatever, if I saw those and they were $1 each, I wouldn't buy them, because I know that there's a remaster out there. And I always want to get the remaster. And I know that, sure, I can get, any of the albums by this artist or that artist, let's say Fleetwood Mac or Eagles, whatever. I can buy the regular, the original CDs, and they're probably going to sound good. But if I know there's a remaster out there, yes, yeah.
What about the
Yeah.
loudness wars and all that thing? Like in the case of Rumors, for example, aren't there like things where some of the later ones are not better? as far as in terms of the loudness wars and
I think what's the word people use, like the compression, I think,
brick
or something
wall.
like that. Yeah, like brick wall or whatever. So like when you look at the file, it's like the entire file is taken up by the track, whereas like the original versions,
Highs and lows and stuff.
yes, yeah, exactly. Just like when you watched the old episodes of Ski Lodge, you would always see the peaks and valleys. And Doc always knew when the come down would start, because they were always like the quieter songs.
Well, that was the time to run and get the tissues.
But it's really that with my bad hearing, I was born with hearing loss, and I was born with vision loss and stuff. So that kind of stuff doesn't bother me as much as it does somebody else. No, punk is not a flavor of power pop. There are punky power pop bands, but the more hook-filled things are probably more like Undertones, Buzzcocks, Ramones. Those things are more pop-oriented punk, or punk pop, whatever you want to call it.
Or adjacent.
What was that?
Adjacent.
But no, the Kiss, though, there's such a charm. Joe said that there. What was the word you used, Joe? You said something like there's just something about him that sort of piques your interest.
I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't want to say gimmicky, but there's something about him. I don't know. I like. I don't know. I'm interested. Doc got me into buying that CD.
That's the best of.
Yeah, I like that one.
I think I'll pick up one of those. Yeah.
Well, while Steven's here, this is changing the subject a little bit, but I showed this earlier, but I wanted to show things I had bought, and I wanted to show him this.
Oh, good. Yes. You were talking about that before.
Yeah, the Tickle Me.
Yes.
There is no album. When it says ask for the album, that's not the one they're talking about. Ask for a special Elvis anniversary LP album. That's different.
Yes.
This is the soundtrack, so to speak, for this one. And it's in really good shape. I might even have it already, because I know sometimes I don't know anyway. So I thought I'd show you that good. I mean, this is what I mean. Like, you talk about record CDs. I love CDs, but how cool is this? And there's 5 tracks on it. I mean, I just love that.
I absolutely love it too, and I love the fact that there were soundtracks out there that didn't come out on LP in terms of Elvis. I think Viva Las Vegas might have just been an EP as well.
And Easy Come, Easy Go, I think.
Yeah.
There's another one.
And the thing about Tickle Me, were you on Rachel when you talked about that? Or
I don't remember.
No. Or no, it could have been on your stream in the morning yesterday.
That might be it.
But Tickle Me, the Follow That Dream CD version of Tickle Me, that has the songs from the movie plus a bunch of different mixes, whatever. That's one that I've never been able to find. It's always like $75, $150 and stuff. But the reason that was kind of deleted, and it's not that important in terms of the overall soundtrack universe of Elvis, is the fact that it's just previously existing songs. It's the only movie they did that. They didn't record anything specifically for that soundtrack.
Right.
And so it's not necessary to own it. I mean, if you want to put a file together in your computer and create your own version of that soundtrack, you just pull a couple songs off of a few of his albums from that period, and there's your soundtrack. But I need to get all that Elvis movies on DVD. I own nothing on DVD except That's the Way It Is, and heck, I don't even own Elvis on Tour because the box set came with a Blu-ray, and I don't have a Blu-ray player. But at this point, I can't even use my CD player in my computer, so I have to use it on another computer.
Well, that's one of my least favorite Elvis movies myself. But.
Absolutely. Fun in Acapulco and Harem Scarum, no thank you.
Yeah, it was a little rough.
Yeah. I mean, was it Harem Scarum that has So Close Yet So Far Away from Paradise? I love that song. That's the only. I don't care for the Frankie and Johnny soundtrack either.
No, that's another one.
Well, not even change of habit.
What was that?
Not even change of habit.
Oh, Change of
Have
Habit.
good songs
I love.
on that.
Yeah, and in Change of Habit, they used one of the songs from the Memphis sessions, Rubberneckin'.
That's one of the best song in there.
Oh yeah, yes. Oh no, Robert P. has been. In fact, hold on here just a second. I'm going to. We're going to go back to our Kiss discussion in just a second here, but I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
I didn't mean to derail it all the way. Just to
Oh no. Hold on just a second.
I know a thing or two about her. That's in honor of Beans.
Yeah, I believe that's on here, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, we have the biggest Kiss fan in the world coming on now.
Okay, that's good. Who is it?
Jorgen.
It's Jorgen. Hey, Jorgen.
Good evening, good evening.
I thought it
Jorgen
might
knows
be
a
Tom
lot about
Magnotti.
Mm.
Here are the votes from the Swedish jury.
It's one of the biggest Swedish Kiss fans there are.
The biggest Swedish what?
Yeah, Kiss. You know,
Kiss fans.
Oh, yeah, really.
not really.
I don't recall having. I think I have Heavens on Fire on single. That is it.
I still think that's the greatest album cover. I love that.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay,
Okay.
I need you to make me big.
Oh, boom.
Be careful, Doc.
First off, look at that.
Oh, that's a Robert P. special.
Ooh,
Robert P. special. Amazing. So he helped start my collection. And here is, starting at the bottom, going up. This is chronologically.
as they should be.
Yes. And what I wanted to point out here is this is the Destroyer. What's it called? Destroyer.
Special
I can't read it. Oh, Resurrected.
Oh, okay.
Resurrected.
Yes, and what it is, it's the Destroyer album, but it's remixed and
Ooh.
up to date.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Hey, thanks for being rude, Calvin. That's why I don't respond to you. And there's a lot of stuff there.
Ooh, yeah. Well, Kiss.
Oh yeah, look at that. But as Doc and I are thinking, I see a few of those paper cardboard sleeves in there.
Well,
Well,
but I just
those are
want
the
to
only
know what's
those
so
are the only way to
special
get the deluxe edition. There's a
I
deluxe
get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
of Love Gun and a deluxe of Destroyer.
Yeah,
And then
what's deluxe about it?
Mhm.
they have like bonus tracks with like demos live, all that kind of stuff. And then there's a continuation.
Makes me want to buy them all. That's what happens to me.
Yeah,
There's
and then
a white special one too.
you need double platinum, and the reason you need double platinum is because it has like a re-recording of Strutter, which some people like, some people don't, but like different mixes of songs, different edits of songs. So double platinum isn't just a straight
It's
versions of the songs from the album. There was enough different on there that you want to get that.
Yeah, but I had that once upon a time, and I didn't like them cutting the songs down.
Well,
It's like a K-Tel record, like if.
no, it's not a K-Tel record. They just re-edited it, and
Well, I don't like it.
I know a thing or two about her.
Yeah.
and then of course there's another deluxe edition of Creatures of the Night.
Oh wait, there's a Kiss Gold. What's that about?
Oh, I noticed you're stopping around Creatures of the Night, right? Why is that?
Oh yeah, that's it. That I don't go beyond that.
Is this like McCartney syndrome?
Well, no, I don't care for Lick It Up and all that kind of.
Lick it up.
Yeah, this
I
Kiss
gotta get into
Gold
them.
actually is basically the pre it's it doesn't have anything past I think it basically goes up to maybe Creatures of the Night, but it's the makeup years basically.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I like those Kiss Gold comps.
Yes.
I
So
might have
there's-
to look for. I've never seen one before. I may have to hunt one up.
Ooh, that's a good one. 2 CDs, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I like that.
So I would like to thank Robert P. for creating this for me.
Mm.
And it sits proudly on top of this shelf because over here is basically the K section. So it sits right above there. And then this sits on top of it. And it's
Strutter.
I showed that to or I took a picture of this and I showed it to Ronnie Barnett, who's going to be doing the show with me. And he said that he couldn't be more prouder of that moment.
Mm.
So
Well, I would probably say that Kiss Gold is better than Double Platinum.
well, it has the original version, so you and it has more songs and it covers a greater period. They had a great are you guys familiar with the song Shandy from
You
the
brought
Unmasked
it up
album?
on Facebook, and I went and listened to it, and I thought it's all right. It didn't knock me over.
But see, the thing is if you close your eyes and you don't know it's Kiss,
You wouldn't get
it sounds like just a great 70s pop song.
It sounds like
and it-
Pablo Cruz.
No, it's closer to Pablo Cruz than it is to Kiss.
Mm.
So,
Whoa.
but yes, let me
Strutter.
And another case. Ooh.
let me just say
Okay.
that I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate Robert P. I mean, the kindness that human beings show me, apart from Jorgen, is no, I'm kidding, Jorgen. No, I am always amazed because it's a pretty stupid world, as we all know. There are people out there who are always trying to get me. There are people out there who are always trying to get Doc, but
Constantly embroiled in fisticuffs.
yeah, I know. I love the word fisticuffs. I'll tell you, fisticuffs is just a fantastic word. But I appreciate the fact that there are good people out there. Calvin is not one of them because he likes to be rude. But the importance is, I think, that forget anything about a VC. There is no one VC. There's a bunch of little groups of people that are just cool to each other, just nice little groups of people. And I think it's just very important that, that we remember that there are good people out there. Without Robert P., there would never have been any Ski Lodge merchandise. He created it. And he because I had mentioned on one Ski Lodge, saying, "Oh yeah, it'd be cool to have that." Robert P. said, "I'm going to make this happen for Schnee," and he did. And I am extremely moved by that whole thing. Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, these crazy crates. I love them, and the fact that it shows up. And he told me, he said, "Yeah, the crates are from Doc," and I just thought, this is so absolutely wonderful. This is something I'm never going to part with because
Can I go back and get some more?
What was
Now
that?
wait a minute. You say the crates are from Doc. What am I missing here? You found no place that has them?
We've got a resale shop here, and I was just walking around, stacks of these crazy crates, and I'm sitting there like, I should get a few of these. So I did. And, well, I think Robert P. had said he was looking for crazy crates, and I found a bunch. So I bought a bunch. But the last time I was in that store, that big pile of crazy crates was down to, ooh.
Yeah, I know, because you made that big stack of crazy crates go down.
Go way down, yeah. You bought a
I
bunch
haven't
of them.
been to that store in a while, so who knows? Maybe they've run out by now. So
Other people too. Yeah.
they did have a ton of it.
So, but yeah, I mean, I do appreciate people. So
Crazy crates.
I always think about awesome. But
Wow.
I mean, Robert P. he's so creative with what he does.
He
sent
can
me a
make
pink.
covers for those Bob Dylan discs.
No,
Yeah, it's a Bob Dylan crate.
I don't need covers. I want legit ones. Doc, I appreciate it so much, but I just don't want CDs. I want you to go out and buy. I want you to go out and buy the digitally remastered versions of those albums, and then send those to me.
Good luck.
Sounds like a cereal, Crazy Crates.
Thank goodness DC's not watching. He would make fun of my salmon shirt, my scratch and sniff salmon shirt.
Well, I'm wearing one that's halibut.
That's awesome. Well, I'm not going to make fun of your scratch and sniff halibut shirt. Where's Boo Boo?
No idea. He might
You
be
think he's-
working.
You think he's like behind a 7-Eleven smoking a reefer?
No. He might be working. He works odd hours. So.
Do you have 7-Elevens in Canada?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
And we even have Circle K's now.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Do you guys have reefers in Canada?
I'm sure we do. Well, we've got a marijuana store in every corner.
Oh, my brother is no longer in Canada, by the way. He texted us this morning, and he said
I'm
he's
not
planning.
staying here. I want to come home.
No, he flew. They were going to Knoxville, Tennessee, so he flew to, or they took a flight from Canada, layover in Dallas, Fort Worth, my other hometown.
Long way around.
Yeah. So, but okay, guys, I'm going to get going. I really appreciate you. I always appreciate you letting me up, Doc. And
There are days right there. I'm going to leave him down.
But yeah, I got to get to work. Plus, I have some videos to edit and all that fun stuff.
It reminds me, I don't have my phone here, do I? I got to check my comments. Yeah.
Thank you, Joe. Jeff.
Good seeing you.
Jorgen. I have to say Jorgen because it's Joe, Jeff. Or I could say thank you, Yo.
I hope I'm saying it right. I always put a Y in Jorgen.
Yeah.
The J team.
The J team.
Yeah.
And of course, our illustrious host, Doc
okay.
Dacus, the man, the myth, and the legend, who we all love and appreciate, and he needs a haircut. So, no, I'm kidding. Doc. All right, guys.
All right.
Okay. See you, Ski Lodge.
See you later. Yeah, see you Tuesday night.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. We've been here 32 minutes. We have 2 open spots.
We do.
Yeah.
People want to come up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Except Robert P. ran off for ice cream. So.
Well, he's having his grandson's birthday, so he has.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I forgot already. So see how, like when you're old, everything just kind of like in one.
Yeah.
Oh, who's old?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I haven't seen that.
All right. I did decide to get it.
Okay.
I did.
Oh,
It cost money too.
Me
I
one.
had this once before. I think I had. Did I have it, or maybe I never bought it? I don't remember. But it's got a gatefold. And this is why I love albums. I mean, look at. I mean, albums. I gotta stop saying album because CDs are albums also. Vinyl. That's why I like 12-inch records. I mean,
And
man,
that's
it's
why.
cool,
right there.
man. These things are so cool. You don't see the picture that well.
Me one.
It's so cool, these things. And it's like you said how great that artwork is on the Kiss album. This is the size that you need.
Yeah.
That's the problem. But I like CDs too. But I'm saying,
Yeah, but Lindsay should have put a shirt on. Come on.
well, I didn't even notice that. Too busy looking at her.
Well, I suppose the focus is on her.
But-
There's that Orleans cover. Oh, geez.
I heard some track from it, and it sounds really good.
Because I've heard this, and I really did not like it. That's another thing. I heard this once in the store. I'm like, I like Stevie Nicks and I like Lindsey Buckingham. I'm like, this sucks. Why do I want it? I don't know. It's a collectible. I like the cover. I like the gatefold.
Okay.
That's why.
Hey, welcome back.
Oh,
Oh, that
Yeah.
was that. But is that legit?
Is it legit? It's about as legit as my scratch and sniff salmon shirt.
Because Bazooka Joe tells me, oh, this is not on CD.
No, it's not legit, but it does have bonus tracks.
Oh, okay.
It sounds great. My old vinyl version of this album sounded horrible, but I was really happy with it. And it has a gatefold
there you
sleeve.
go. Yay. See, it has some pictures.
Yeah, but it's tiny.
But this has an early let me see, but It has the album plus single versions of 2 tracks. No, I'm sorry, of 1 track. No, and then a mono single version. And then it has live tracks, including an early version of Rhiannon.
Now you see, now that is worth having. See, that's the thing. There's none of that on the LP.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so.
But it sounds really good. It is not a CDR, and but I just wanted to show you that because Joe's talking about how awesome vinyl is, and yes, it is truly awesome. It is, but so are CDs.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's a CD junkie.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm a CD
junkie. That's why I can't make up my damn mind. And for me to say, well, I got to have one of each. No, I can't be doing that. Like I saw a U2. I'm going to ask Doc to get his if he's got one. You have a U2 best of CD, Doc? I want to see if it's the same one that I saw. We have it on. It's $3, and the first 5 songs I like in order too. I don't have to do any skipping. The first 5 songs I like. First 5 songs of the first 5. I don't have to bounce around. But that's what's good about some of those things, man. I could just.
The price on it. Here we go.
That's not the one I have. Yours looks better than mine. Singles. Oh, wait a minute. Well, can I see the? Maybe I'll be able to see the tracks. I don't know if I can read them on there.
$5. Okay.
I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Pride in the Name of Love, With or Without You. Come on. I need also need Angel of Harlem. Is that on there?
Mysterious
Day,
Way,
the first one.
Desire, Sunday Bloody Sunday.
They're not the one. What is Desire? That's not the one I'm thinking, is it?
No, no.
It's a rattle and hum.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. Like, I don't know. The one I have might be not as good as that one.
Yeah, but there's another. Well, actually, 2.
Yes.
From one year to one year and another one. Then.
Yeah, the one I have says 1980 to 1990. I think is the one.
I've seen that one too, but I thought, well, this is like having the best of both on one. So,
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything I like after 90. I'm just trying to think. But yeah, but the idea again, just to have those like a CD, it's just so easy, it's convenient, it's easy, everything together. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, that's the way to go. You're lucky that it lands on there safely.
I know.
Why would you do that? You're going to wind up getting the cracks and things in it.
Yeah, I have the 2 CD box sets of you see those.
That's
are the
one.
Yeah, I think the one on the right is the earlier one. The one with the boy with the helmet.
So in other words, are you telling me that's the one I saw that I was going to buy? You telling me that's from a box set, a collector?
No. I was going to say that the U2 that I have are all 2 CD box sets from the first album, Boy, up through Joshua Tree, and I stop after that.
There's a lot of U2 in the thrift stores. It gets turned
Well, thank you so much, my good man, Robert. But I have the one I'm looking for is $3. No tax, $3. I just give them $3. And if I decide to go for that, that's the thing. I know the Unforgettable Fire album. I used to want to get that, but I don't need U2 albums all the way. I don't think.
Neither do I.
I do.
Well,
to be enough.
I might be missing a lot of great stuff, that I don't know.
Actually, I have maybe I lost track after How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb. After that, I have a little check. Even though the Atomic City that released last year is phenomenal.
That's true too. Except
absolutely. Yeah, that's a big thing.
I know. That's what I mean. A week ago, Boo Boo and I are going all of these record stores buying stuff, and then we can go right to the car and put them in and listen to them on our way to the next stop. So
here's also a thing about vinyl versus CD. When it comes to and probably one of the main reasons for me to still stick with CDs is I create radio shows, videos using snippets of music and stuff like that. When you go out and buy a vinyl LP, you don't always get digital download. So you would actually have to buy the LP, which is already $40 and then pay another $10, $12, $15 for a digital download. So you're paying $55 to get it. Why not just go ahead and pay $12.98 or whatever, and then rip it to your computer?
Easy peasy.
Yeah. And that's a big plus. And plus, the whole thing is also when you're talking about, and I've said this many times, when you're talking about going out, let's say buying Tears for Fears songs from the big chair, you're going to go out and you're going to buy an 8 or 9 track vinyl LP repressing of the first album. Could be digitally remastered. You know, that's a plus there on vinyl, but you're going to be paying $29, $35, $39 for that. Well, for $29, you can get the 2 or 3 CD edition that includes an extra 20 tracks, you know, single versions, non-album B-sides, blah, blah, blah. And you're going to be paying cheaper for that than you are the single vinyl LP. And that's another plus.
And you'll never have skips and pops on it.
Yeah, never have skips and pops. But again, that's me. I mean, the whole thing is, you know, I can't, I literally cannot afford now to expand my collection. I have to sell stuff in order to get new stuff. And, you know, which I'm not complaining about. But if I did have money, if I did have plenty of spending money like Joe does,
No, I don't.
no, I know, I know, Joe.
Pathetic how little I got.
But you know, I want to make that buck go far. So whether I go to Discogs or Amazon or eBay, I'll look and I'll say, oh, that's going to cost me $12 or $15 for that. Like Joe,
not $75.
No, like
okay.
Okay.
I don't have the money, but I spent it anyway.
Right. This cost me $20, and this has bonus.
No, I get it. But
Yeah.
look. You don't get. I don't want to fight, but if you don't get the vinyl allure of the actual package of it, that's what the whole thing. The one thing that trumps for me of the CD is the size and the coolness of it. That's the only thing.
I am not discouraging people to buy vinyl at all. Because remember, the first 30 years of my life, that's all I got was vinyl, because that's all that was available. But it is not financially smart of me to have invested so much in CDs and then now say, oh, I'm going to go back to what I consider an inferior format just to embrace these wonderful memories of when I used to collect vinyl. I've got a whole hall, you know, you can't see it out here, but along the hall are framed album covers of some of my favorite albums. And if I could find an album for 99 cents or $1 or something like that, I would get it to frame it.
Only at Goodwill.
And some people do swear by, which I didn't understand until now. I do the warm sound versus the cold digitally sound. There is a difference. There is something to be said about that. I think when you listen to it on a good turntable system, you know, there is a warmth to it that's not on.
Don't be using that little Crosley thing.
Again, two things addressing that issue, Joe. I totally agree with you. I'm not going to deny that there's not a difference. Me being born with hearing loss means that I don't hear that. I mean, to explain my hearing loss, there's highs and lows missing, you know, different ranges. One day during the pandemic, I remember I was in the place I was living with my girlfriend, and I decided to go sit outside. So I sat outside, and, you know, it was like the first day I was working from home because, you know, the pandemic. And I remember sitting there going, I don't hear any birds. This can't be affecting birds, right? So I grabbed my phone and I pressed record, and I just held the phone up. 30 seconds later, I hit stop, I hit play. All I heard was just this chorus of birds. So I can't hear them. I realized that my hearing loss means that I'm missing like higher range. I literally very rarely, you know, unless it's the caw of a crow, I don't hear birds chirping, which is very sad for me, you know, which means that my hearing is going.
So when you're listening to music, everything sounds like it's in a tunnel or something?
No. I'm just not hearing, like if I have headphones on. Now, it might be just recorded music that I can hear better, but when I have headphones on, I can hear better. But if I'm sitting, listening out of speakers, I might not be hearing the highs and lows and stuff like that. I need it, I guess, maybe forced into my ears or something. But it was just weird how I could not hear a single bird. But then when I listened to a playback of me sitting there and I just heard this chorus of birds, I just thought, holy cow, my hearing is but then that's the first reason why I poo-poo that whole warmth and stuff like that, because I cannot hear it.
That's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I get it.
The second thing is you have to invest thousands of dollars sometimes in order to get that warmth. So I would rather invest that $1,000 into music.
Well, I hear it. I can discern it without thousands of dollars. Me, but
But that's why I think that. I mean, I'm not quote unquote hesitant to get into vinyl. I'm just not going to get into vinyl. Because
I wouldn't either if I was you. That's for sure.
Yeah,
plus all the CDs you have and how much you've been into that.
The whole room behind him is all CDs. So let's bring them all in for vinyl.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's my, I guess, burden to bear. And I, for some reason, limit my audience now that I am just CD, or because I'm just CD. But so be it.
Yeah, but some of this stuff is available on vinyl too. So
yeah, and whenever I talk about something, I always say that. Oh yeah, you can get this on vinyl. I mean, a lot of stuff I talk about on my channel, I actually say you can probably find this in the dollar bins. Nothing I talk about is, of course, Joe and I, it's so funny because I've been planning to do a segment on Fleetwood Mac, the Buckingham Nicks years. And I was going to include this, and I was going to include the Buckingham solo albums and the Christine McVie solo albums, but not the Stevie Nicks, because I don't care about Stevie Nicks.
So Zeech Calzone.
Yeah. No. Stand back.
I happen to like that, so you could make fun of me. You have a habit, my friend, of I was going to nail you on this with the Driving Rain. Is this the fisticuffs? No, Gentle Debate.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about this? Like, I noticed, because if I had been on the Driving Rain show, you were saying about the song Freedom, which I think blows. Okay, I'm one of the people who thinks it blows, and you liked it a lot. You like it a lot, I think. Or
I like the sentiment of it more.
Yeah. And you were saying how something well, if people just don't like joy or something like that, or something they like. I forget your exact words. You'd have to play the
positivity.
Show,
I think
positivity. I like other positives. So how dare you? You know what I mean? I know a guy that was like that, once with movies. Like if he showed me, he'd bring over movies. He'd bring over, say, I don't know, a Western, and I didn't like it. I think you don't like Westerns. Why? Because I didn't like your Western. You know what I mean? But then you didn't waste any time with the joyful pipes of peace, calling it poops of peace. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
And I don't like, by the way, pipes of peace is low on my list too, by the way.
Poops of peace?
So, but I'm just gently having a little debate with you about that. And it's like, now you got me listening to her as a goat, and that's not just you, but other people start seeing
like a wide-winged dove.
Oh, that's great. That's so good. Yeah. She's so good.
No, I don't dislike her at all. I'm more having fun with it. But I mean, the whole thing is without Lindsay prodding her within Fleetwood Mac, that's her best stuff, because Lindsay was helping.
I love Stand Back. Was he helping her with that one?
No, and that's why it blows.
I love Stand Back, but blows circles around freedom. That's for sure.
Maybe but see, the whole thing is for and this is not a sympathy thing, but for years I've been shit on for my musical taste, and I'm talking pre-internet, so nothing bothers me anymore. See, the thing is I've never been the kind that say, Joe, you have shitty musical taste because you like Stand Back, right? No, the whole thing is I don't like it. that doesn't mean it's bad. It just means I don't like it.
Well, but
You know.
what would be wrong with you saying if you did genuinely feel it was bad? I think it's bad, you know.
No, I genuinely do feel it's bad,
There
but
you
that
go.
doesn't make you wrong. It doesn't make me wrong. It doesn't make you right.
Only if you love Pet
always
Sounds.
makes
If you love Pet
Jorgen
Sounds,
right.
you're wrong.
What was that?
If you love Pet Sounds, you're wrong.
No, well, Pet Sounds.
Kidding.
No, I know. Pet Sounds is certainly better. I don't know. I think it's too smart for Joe. Anyway, no.
That must be why I like a lot of Dylan.
I totally agree with what you're saying, Stephen. I totally agree with what you're saying, Stephen, because I also feel, I mean, I would never complain about a person's musical taste. It's their taste, good for you, and you should keep on with doing that. But I also am a guy who likes to say my opinions about what I don't like. But that doesn't mean that I would stop anybody else from listening to that.
Oh, absolutely. You see, I know that, I mean, me and Joe are, ribbing back and forth or whatever. The thing is that, and I'm not saying this is you, Joe, but people take it way too personal if you don't like something, or if you like something that they don't. I did a video, I have a series occasionally. I should do a new one, so maybe I can get some more views again. But 10 great albums of the 80s. It's not 10 greatest albums. It's just 10 random albums that I think are great that I want to remind people about. Well, some guy posted this thing of how my list was laughable, and I chose the worst Depeche Mode album, blah 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 blah, and it's like, I just think it's so funny that there are people out there who will consider somebody else's musical taste shitty or laughable because they don't agree with it. That means that person is self-righteous, narcissistic. Thing is, or Doc, self-righteous, narcissistic, or Doc.
This guy.
But there is one exception. I think for
freedom?
me that I will say I can agree with just about everything you say. For one exception, and there are not many people who say this. I think a lot of them do it to try to be rebels, and different. You know what? Maybe where I'm going with this. Anybody who says, I can't stand the Beatles. I hate the Beatles. I don't like them. They have no talent or something. You have zero taste in music. I say that and I mean it with every fiber of my being. That's not right. It's not correct. But really. But I believe that. I feel that with every fiber of my being.
Normally, I like to agree with Joe. This is just a normal thing because I don't want Joe's wrath and him making hate videos on me.
Well, it won't happen, don't worry.
No, I know. I'm
going to have a certain person out there. I'm not going to say who it is.
I'm going to have to agree with Joe on this. I believe that some people, and maybe they do actually believe that the Beatles are terrible, but that's only because maybe it's like, I'm so tired of hearing people talking about the Beatles.
Oh, yeah, that part I get.
Right. But there's no way that, I mean, the Beatles, even though everybody says this, but the Beatles set the bar. You go back and you listen to every Beatles album from Please Please Me up to Abbey Road, Let It Be, whatever you consider the last album. You listen to those, every single one of them was different. They constantly evolved. I mean, I would say that Let It Be was more of a step back, but that's because of the fact that it was recorded before Abbey Road.
And they wanted to get back anyway.
Yeah.
Or
but people accept that now. People accept the fact that the Beatles were different every album. They grew and they constantly challenged themselves. They challenged the listener. I mean, Revolution Number 9, talk about challenging their fan base. But the thing is they constantly grew. Now, if a band does that, they are not accepted. It's so strange how an audience, and I'm not referring to people who were watching this video now or later. I'm not referring to anyone in this panel. But it's so strange how now, if a band changes, if a band grows, if they go from sounding one way to maybe the next album with a horn section or with Mellotron or whatever, people are not as accepting today of a band that evolves. Here's a weird thing, and I'm not comparing them to the Beatles, but listen to Adam Ant or Adam and the Ants, depending on which period you like. Every single album was different than the last one, and they commercially failed because they didn't stay the same.
This does happen to you, but do you remember, like, I don't know, maybe this is one exception, but do you remember the Dick Clark show with Strawberry Fields and Penny Lane? When the kids in the audience were like, well, I don't know about this, when they were debuting the videos for Penny Lane and Strawberry Fields, and they were not digging it, most of them. There was very uncomfortable awkwardness in the audience about that. And I might have been one of them, knowing my tastes.
Hey, listen, that's not my mop tops. What
You know,
happened?
so they definitely, there were some people who did that, but there's other people who say they only began to take notice and respected them once they started getting more like that after Rubber Soul and stuff. So it goes both ways, you know. And I just want to say before I forget, I'm the first person, even though I love the Beatles, to say they weren't the best technical musicians. You know, there's better musicians, way better musicians than them. They said themselves that they weren't the greatest of musicians. But so that I can understand. When people say they're overrated, some people are talking about as musicians, you know, compared to what other guitarists could do or drummers perhaps, you know, and all this stuff. That's what a lot of people, I think, mean when they say overrated. But to me, the songs are the songs. When it comes to the actual songs,
sometimes, I totally agree with you. Sometimes, especially when you listen to certain artists, sometimes it is their creativity and the quality of the songs that is the most important thing. So technically, are they as great at the keyboards as this, you know,
nothing yet.
Are they you know, they may not be technically great musicians like the guys in Toto, but do the guys in Toto write songs of a certain caliber of whatever artist, you know, we're talking about? Sometimes you can be the greatest musician and write shitty songs. Sometimes you can be the shittiest musician and write the greatest songs. And again, it's all going to be how we perceive things. We all hear things differently. I come from a completely different place of listening to music than any of you guys do. We all probably meet somewhere. Our journeys come together at certain points, but we all listen to music differently. And like I said, for years of being told I have the shittiest taste in music, I don't care, because, you know, I'm not a guy who believes in guilty pleasures. You know, I wasn't ashamed to listen to ABBA when ABBA was uncool. I'm not ashamed to say, oh, I love the song You Lied by Reba McEntire. I'm not ashamed
Sounds like me. I'm not ashamed either. Never been.
Yeah. You know, never be ashamed of what you love or what you like.
But you like a little bit of everything, don't you? You have a very varied taste, don't you? Or am I not?
Yeah. Yeah, but people don't give me credit for that. People just say, oh, exactly. No, I think it's underrated, Nathan.
Imagine how popular I were in the 90s when I said that I love the 80s music.
Oh, yeah, 80s.
I wasn't all that high on everybody's hit list.
Yes, and the 80s is I noticed, is very frowned down upon now. The 80s.
Yeah, and I love it. And I'll tell you, when I do my 10 great albums of the 80s, those videos get the most views than anything else that I do.
And just to let you know, Stephen, the posting with the Endgame song, I listened to it. I kept it.
Oh, did you?
Added it to my playlist.
But the interesting thing is that I have done this vinyl community thing for 10 years now, and I have been actually being spared with a lot of critics for my videos. But there was one video that I got some critics on, and that was when I was reviewing the new ABBA songs. Because I said that one ABBA, they released 2 new songs before the album. It was that Don't Shoot Me Down. It was the other one that crap. I don't
Just a Notion.
Pardon?
Just a Notion.
Maybe a name like that. I thought that Don't Shoot Me Down was really good. I said that the other one was really crappy because it sounded like more like an Mamma Mia. It sounded like a Mamma Mia, like a Mamma Mia rehearsal, more or less. And guess I got negative critics for saying that. Even though I gave positive reviews for one of the songs, I got negative comments for saying something bad about an ABBA song. And
how dare you?
Well, one before Steven's got to go. I hope you stay, but I know you were going before.
Yeah, I do have
but
to go.
The thing is, I just want to say also just one more Beatles thing that I it's a not a kind of a knock at the Beatles is what I'm doing. Trying to be fair. Like at my record store, they play all kinds of stuff. A lot of jazz, jazz all the time, improv jazz, a lot of different rock, heavier rock music, all kinds of things I hear. Then whenever they put on an album, which lately they've been doing it, they were getting on a kick lately where they were going to play just Beatles covers, an instrumentalists usually playing Beatles songs. I could immediately sense everything when you hear like Beatles, people playing Beatles, like great musicians or whatever, jazz, whoever they are, jazz musicians, anybody that plays them, George Benson, or whoever it might be, I think is one. It sounds amazingly simple. The Beatles songs are very simple, nothing complex, almost embarrassingly simple.
When you say George Benson,
is that that he hasn't the Abbey Road album, right? Am I talking about him? That's the right one, right?
Well, no, you mentioned George Benson and Jorgen just went, yes.
I think I saw him talking about Abbey Road, but you know what I mean? Like you hear they're doing all this stuff, whatever they're doing, all this stuff, and then you play the Beatles, and it's like, I'm using Eleanor Rigby, or there was one today that playing some of the songs, like "I Want You, She's So Heavy" or something, and it's like it's like very simple. Like this Beatles is simple stuff, man. So.
Yeah, no, it is. But the whole thing is that the Beatles is kind of it is complex enough to not be juvenile and stuff like that. But I think it's in that sort of space that not a lot of people understand, because some people get too complex, some people get too simple. The Beatles did what they did and they sailed right through, and that's why they became a piece of pop culture, is because it was just enough for the more serious people to love and get into, and it was just enough for the people who just wanted great songs, great music to hear on the radio. And the Beatles walked that line. And like I said, they set that bar.
If only we could go ahead in time and see if this was true.
Oh, I'll believe it. I base it on past acts, past superstars that are no longer played.
I do have to go. My lunch is ready.
Okay.
Cheers.
So, all right.
See you later.
Thanks, gentlemen. We'll see you later.
Yeah.
It's good discussions when Steven's here, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a music show about
Henry, for your knowledge, a little lesson. A Walkman is a portable cassette player, and cassettes are these that were played before. You put it in a Walkman, you take it out on a walk, and then you have your headphones on and you listen to this. That is a Walkman. And Walkman was a label also of the brand Sony.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You can record your own CDs as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or cassettes, I mean. Yeah.
Listen, you big mouth creep, you don't know nothing about nothing.
So that was lesson number 1 from JorgenS.
Thank you, JorgenS. Oh, Mikey T is here.
Yeah, was I wrong for saying George Benson? Was it Booker T and the MGs? Whatever the heck we were listening to. When you listen to some of that stuff, like I say, it just sounds embarrassingly almost simple.
Marcus too.
George Benson.
You having technical difficulties or what? What's going on there?
Well, that's one. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There's a Walkman right there.
Yes.
Right there. There we are. See that? Ooh,
Yeah, I used to.
Yeah,
I had
Nice
Walkmans.
and small.
This
Yeah.
is a Walkman.
Mm.
that's a Walkman.
They still have them.
Pardon?
I
They still
doubt it.
have them.
Of course,
That's
I
old,
have
right?
cassette.
Yeah,
in it.
it's got a cassette in it already.
You're putting on play. The cassette is rolling.
Mega bass. Ooh.
Here, earplugs.
Oh, there's one. Yeah.
Well, I think Queen is overrated. Henry, by you is certainly maybe. Okay, yeah, that's right. All right, that's what I said. The Abbey Road album. All right, okay, I have that.
Okay, I can be the first one to say I think Queen is overrated.
Woo! There you go.
I don't know. They're super popular in other parts of the world aside from
Yeah,
here.
they were in the 80s.
I think overrated, underrated are real things. I do believe that. But the thing is, you have to know what that means.
I
Like,
think overrated and underrated is a thing of opinions, not a fact.
well, no, of course. In my opinion, you say. I think.
I know that I said that once at Rachel's channel years ago that I think this and that is overrated. And I said, no, it can't be because they're popular. Well, I think it's overrated because I don't like it. End of story.
Right. That's right. Well, that's it. Yeah.
Henry's very opinionated today.
Mhm.
Always. But that's
Always.
I'm opinionated, so
Hmm.
I almost said overrated, but a lot of people would agree with that. So a lot of people would think I'm overrated.
Reading on Amazon so I can do my work.
What's for dinner tonight? I gotta think about that again too.
So the big difference between underrated and probably overrated or something.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, a lot of people don't use it correctly. Like somebody will, I don't know, somebody I can't think of. Like somebody will say, "Strawberry Fields Forever" is underrated, in my opinion. And I'm like, what do you mean underrated? Everybody, it's rated it has a very good high reputation. So how can it be underrated?
That is interesting because overrated is something you can use when you don't like it. Underrated is normally something that are more based on facts because underrated is something that people look down on actually.
Mhm.
The overrated is more of an opinion thing than underrated.
Well, I don't know. When they say, like, when people say the Beatles are overrated, in their opinion, I could see that a little bit from the perspective.
But 50 years on, though, they didn't live during the time that they were the biggest thing on earth. And
Yeah,
50
yeah.
years later, they're still super popular.
Well, I meant, yeah, but I guess not in reputation or popularity. I guess I mean, and I could, like I said, I think they mean like as
Yeah.
musicians,
When the
like
mic-
maybe
Mhm.
John isn't the greatest rhythm guitarist or whatever.
Mhm.
Well, of course you listen to what you like. End of story. Of course, but this is called Mikey. It's called discussion,
Yeah.
opinions. I agree with you. Of course you listen to whatever you like.
Mhm.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's around here someplace.
Is that
Come
guy?
on now, dog.
Come on, man.
Oh,
But
the other one.
Come on, man.
I love that one. I agree with him.
Yeah.
What was I gonna? Oh, I lost my comment.
Of course you listen to whatever you like. Hell yeah.
Mhm.
You think I'm gonna give a shit what some people think? Excuse me, sorry, Doc. Because of I listen to Elvis Tickle Me.
Tickle lip, tickle lip.
I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Henry, do you think Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's overrated? It doesn't matter what you think.
If he is highly rated, he's overrated.
Actually, I think he is too. He has a bigger ego these days.
Man, where's he starving for stars these days?
The last
To be
couple
honest,
movies.
he's an okay actor, actually. A better actor in the movies than he is in the wrestling.
When people say that the Beatles are overrated, it doesn't necessarily mean that they like the group. It just means that they don't have them super high on their all-time list.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, not with Taylor Swift and
Yeah,
Ice
you
Spice.
see that She on the Billboard 21st places on Billboard. She has 15.
I disagree completely with Robert P on that. No way do I agree with that.
And somebody say that hit part actually counts.
I think he needs to shave his neck though.
No, he's doing the right thing. He probably got some. I'm guessing he's got like some neck stuff going on, so he's hiding it. The game is to try to give you a best presentation. Fake or not, you're trying to give your best look. And I think Ringo looks great.
Better than the ponytail look.
Oh yeah, that's his worst look, in my opinion.
I didn't like it either. That's what it was.
The ponytail look, and he had the gray streaks in there too. Gray streaks and a ponytail. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man.
Stop it, Ringo. Stop it.
This is my
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I like the look one too.
Good one. Yeah.
Okay, sorry I cut you off, Drew.
No. Honestly, I don't think it looks odd yet. But just my opinion. Robert P. feels it looks odd. I don't think it looks odd yet.
Oh, you don't like the scruffy look? The gray scruffy look?
Like he didn't shave.
It's not a matter of fooling anybody, I don't think. It's a matter of if you think you look good. It doesn't matter, like.
It doesn't bother me. Yeah,
like when women have, I always figure like if you have a woman, I don't know, some women that have a lot of, say, not too much makeup, but they have some makeup on, eyeliner, rouge. You know it's makeup, but they look good. You know it's fake. They don't look like that if they take it off. It doesn't matter. It's their best look.
Just don't go for that extreme close up.
And some women I think look better without makeup on. There's that too.
They're overdone.
Yeah.
I don't know, kids. Should we check and see who died this week?
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh my.
Yeah, let's check out who died this week, okay?
Yes.
Well, we have two of them. We've got Dwayne Eddy and Richard Tandy.
I got some Dwayne Eddy albums here, but I can't get to them.
I have also one death of the week.
Oh, aside from that?
From Sweden.
Oh, okay.
There's a singer in the 80s that I actually liked. Her name is Tove Ness, and she is a kind of distant relative to Arne Ness, who were married to Diana Ross. But she has a really powerful and soul-y voice and cool voice, and she made some really great. She toured actually with Elvis Costello. She has done a lot of shows, both small and big ones, and she died from cancer, 64 years old.
Terrible.
Oh, what a shame.
I really liked her. So rest in peace, Tove Ness.
Yes.
I must just say, Henry here, I know I'm getting ahead, like that happens to me too, but Peter Boothroyd is fine, in my opinion, saying, he thinks, in his opinion, he feels that Prince is overrated in his opinion. He doesn't think he's all that. Nothing wrong with that. Why is that a problem? Although if you say the Beatles, I'll say you have no taste.
That's your opinion. I don't agree with you. I think it's amazing. But
I don't even love Prince, and I personally think he's very, was a genius in a way.
Very talented. Well, you have Prince too.
I have some Prince too. Gotta have some Prince.
I have about 9.
You're gonna break those, man.
It's gonna go crack. Yeah.
I don't get that.
I love to see the day when you throw this over your shoulder and you misses it and hits the floor.
Yeah, 100 pieces. Well, you have a big stack of them cases, so you.
Oh yeah, it landed flat. It's gonna be okay, kids. I'm sure it's okay.
I don't know about that.
Sure
You'd be nervous when you do that.
No harm done. No harm done. See, all good.
You lucked out, but you can always buy another case. That's the beautiful thing too about jewel cases.
That's the thing. You can't do that with the vinyl albums. You rip that thing.
That's gone.
Trying to get the Scotch.
Or with the I forget what they call them, the CD paper.
Long box.
No. What do they call it, man? There's a term, and I can't think of it.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you need those.
Yes.
What is the
Come
name
back.
of it?
Yeah. Well, Robert P. is going to
Okay.
go to your party.
Have a good time at the party there.
Happy
Enjoy
Happy
so much
birthday.
cake.
Yes. Happy birthday, Hunter.
Happy
Yes.
birthday.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Hmm.
No, Mayo is beside me.
Oh.
Yeah, Mayo's down there. Happy Cinco.
Now this makes sense. Can you call something overrated if it's influential, have had universal acclaim and all that kind of stuff? Probably in the Hall of Fame, and they're
Yes, you
overrated.
can, because
That's why something becomes overrated to some people because they're so
Yeah.
highly rated.
Mhm.
Yes, because they're so highly rated and considered for universal acclaim, and because you're right about that, Henry. That's why people say. I think for me, I don't think they're all that good. Does that make sense? That's why it's overrated. They feel it's overrated.
Yeah.
actually, it doesn't have. People likes it, fine for them, but that doesn't mean necessarily that I have to kiss the asses and say that, oh yes, this is fine, this is fantastic. If I don't like it, I feel it that it's overrated, and in my opinion, I don't understand why people like it. I accept it, I respect it, but I don't understand it.
Right.
So that's why
That's what it means to say something's overrated. You can't have somebody say something's overrated if it's not very highly universally praised. That's the whole point.
People who say that are jealous because their favorite brand never gets any accolades. And like these Beatles, everybody falls over for them. But why doesn't anybody talk about Air Supply?
Oh,
Doesn't happen. Underrated, I guess. Oh, Henry's back. Call me pretentious, but I think overrated is a meaningless, dumb word. If you don't like it, say it. Stop speed direct. Overrated. So, yeah.
you have to come to terms with that for yourself, Henry. I don't know what to tell you. Underrated is the same thing. Like I think the movie The Happening by M. Night Shyamalan is underrated. I say that because everybody hates it. It's considered one of the worst pieces of crap ever, and I like it, so I think it's underrated. That makes
I
sense?
understand what you mean, Henry, but I don't agree with it. I don't think it sounds passive aggressive, but I understand what you mean.
This coming from a guy who doesn't know what a Walkman is.
Yeah. Give him a little time. Yeah.
Born too late. Born too late.
Born too late. I always like to say that's like a great. Is that the Ponytails?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
I love that song.
Yeah.
I always sing. I used to sing that to a friend of mine. Who was like a young guy. Born too late.
Yeah. But okay. He types pretty fast too. For everyone who say Beatles suck.
Okay.
A lot of people say this. A lot of people say that.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous. It's hard to be a word what I want to say.
Compared with what passes for music now, it's they're geniuses.
Music might not be the way it is at this point without the Beatles starting it first. I don't know.
Well, they were the first influence. Everybody who saw what was happening with the Beatles, like, why can't that happen to me? Why can't I have girls glomming at me and record sales over the roof?
It's actually hard to say. It's actually hard to say that when the Beatles came today, people say would be mediocre because the way they create music today and the way they created in the 60s are so different. Because then you played. Now I'm going to sound like I'm on 200 years old. They played with instruments. Today they program it in a computer that already has the recipe in the program for how a hit single should sound like. They had two different ways actually to do music. You can't compare them.
Well, those people also are wrong because when you think now, I think of it. I mean, why did the one album sell so? The one album was the biggest selling album on the entire decade of the 2000s, even though it was 60s stuff. So young people today still like the the Beatles music still impresses modern people.
Resonates. Sure. Robert De Niro is also overrated.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely. By Henry and Tom, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We all know overrated.
Yeah, and he needs to keep his mouth shut too.
Yeah, absolutely. That guy. Well, I agree with you. I like that, Jeff. That's very strong. I like that.
It's like just hush,
Yeah. But I mean, because I felt like that. Aside from that, I still felt these. People going nuts about De Niro. Come on, man. Come on, man.
He's not so everything. Whatever. Neither is Arnold Schwarzenegger or Dwayne Johnson. Wow.
No.
So, how is De Niro overrated when he has 2 Oscars and 9 nominations?
Here we go again. He does. You do not understand the meaning of overrated. You don't understand. You don't understand. It's obvious by that comment and by the one you made earlier about Prince. When somebody has all the. I tried to explain it to you. You can't call somebody overrated unless they are super-rated. Don't you understand that?
Listen, you big mouth creep. You don't know nothing about nothing.
Word.
No. Not when they can push a button and go boom, boom, boom and talk over it. I've just made a record.
I think that depends on which kind of music you want to make. If you want to be a top 40 star like Taylor Swift or something like that, then it's not you most likely have things you would do in a program. But there are some rock and roll and the indie pop guys making music, even though they're not in top 40, and they use the instrumental chords.
Yeah.
I may back to this Al Pacino thing. I may think that Al Pacino is not as good as an actor, even though I like Al Pacino better, but I don't think he's as good as an actor as De Niro. I like him better than De Niro in the movies, but I don't think he's technically as good an actor as De Niro. Having said that, though, you say, Henry, that Pacino is the same character, became a caricature of himself. That's also has happened to De Niro. He's become a caricature of himself.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah. De Niro is a better actor than Wally Cox.
Nobody worked that one out, Henry. Who Wally Cox is?
Who is Wally Cox?
Yeah.
Well, this is true. Randy Savage inspired Star Trekker to snap into a Slim Jim.
Hey, if you want to snip a Slim
Enjoy.
Jim, just have it.
There you go. See?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Enjoy, but that was a role he was
Oh
playing.
no! Oh wait, fisticuffs. Look, Jorgen, you are wrong. For one thing, girls are learning guitar and piano because of artists like Swift and Carpenter and Rodrigo.
Well, if I'm wrong, I'm backing out then with a white flag. But from what I understand, a lot of those top 40 artists are using a lot of computers. And then, okay, of course, if I'm wrong about the artists, I'm backing them off. Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Little Polly purebred.
Everybody's talking about Taylor Swift. I was thinking about a star who was real big a few years ago, Britney Spears.
Where is she today?
There were a lot of them. Adele, Katy Perry.
Doesn't she have a success with the perfume brand?
Just go to your Goodwill store and see how many Susan Boyles run.
Yeah, I saw a couple of Britney Spears CDs there the other day.
Oh, Henry.
But I'm ready to say. I mean, again, I respect Taylor Swift because she obviously has done a lot of good things, and from what I hear, her songs are not like the usual crap that she's here today.
Yeah,
like I say, if you want to like Britney or Taylor Swift, like Taylor Swift. It's not my cup of tea.
Yeah. So. But don't give me this stuff too about she just broke a new Beatle record and all this kind of stuff. When you go in by today's rating systems and the way they judge things compared to the 60s.
Two different things.
Yeah, that's a piece of garbage to say that because today you're going into Spotify, you click something, 12 songs in a row that you can have in the background while you're doing the dishes. That's not the same as going out to a record store, buying 5 singles in a row that you can put on your turntable. And so that's a whole different thing.
There you go, Doc.
Correct. Yes, see, Doc, and that's the meaning of the word overrated, Henry. Dylan can be called overrated. I might say his singing is underrated sometimes.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I love his songwriting.
Go out and say that Bob Dylan is overrated. I think
but it's all subjective. I know Bob Dylan is adored by hundreds and thousands of masses, but I'm just not one of them, and don't understand why people are falling over Bob Dylan. Yes, he's overrated.
Yeah.
And we've tried to explain it a million times, but you just, you're not, nothing we can do about it.
Everybody must get stoned.
I don't like that song much.
Actually, that's what I do like.
But but you see that you say you like. We might have talked about this. You say you like that song, right?
Yeah, that one is what I do like.
Okay, it's a crazy, wild song, and isn't part of the appeal because of the sound of his voice in it. The way he's like saying the lines, that's part of why it's effective.
It's almost more of a novelty record, I suppose.
Right.
You know, if he went, everybody must get stoned, I don't think it would be quite the same thing.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the same, but I mean, it's no worse than listening to Weird Al Yankovic sing or something like that. You know, it's a novelty. So, what, Jacob Dylan is overrated?
Well, I don't know. I never heard anything by him that I know of.
I don't know who that is.
It's Dylan's son.
Oh, he's not bad. Yeah.
I think Henry is a secretary. Should work in the office.
I don't know if that's the implication. It might be what you infer, which is a difference. Implying and inferring are two different things. That's what you get out of what they're saying.
Overrated?
That's a tough one because Kiss can be equally underrated by some or overrated to some.
Yeah.
Because they're considered like this great phenomenon, and yet people say they suck all the time too. So I don't know which one it is.
To be honest, actually, when you say something is overrated, I mean that's up to you. How you if you take that personally, say, oh, he actually dissed my opinion because he says it's overrated. Then that's your thing. But I haven't said that. I haven't dissed your opinion. I just say that I think that he's overrated. I have said nothing about the people who likes it. I just say what I think about the music. But if you want to take that personally, when I say something is overrated, that's, I guess, up to you.
Yeah, but even Kiss did not sell or have all that many hits, really. Like, their reputation comes from the stage show.
Yeah, a lot of it.
And their
Actually,
characters.
what is a hit today? When you have 15 songs on the top.
They're still on the goodbye tour or whatever. The goodbye tour that lasts for 20 years. So.
Yeah. Or 60, talking about the 60s groups.
Yeah.
Don't diss on Herman and his Hermits. No.
Well, I get why Barry Manilow is considered a guilty pleasure, but I do like some songs by him. But I get it.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's more like for the music style he got. I mean, if John Lennon would do his songs, it must most likely be called guilty pleasure songs also. It has more to do with his music style that Barry Manilow does than Barry Manilow himself.
Yeah.
But I still didn't buy it. I left it behind. Even though it was the 2-disc super version of hits, no, I put it back. That's like, whoa. I didn't know whether I wanted to be caught dead with it or not.
Oh, Barry Manilow?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. No, 2 discs a bit too much for me. I'd take a 1 disc.
If it was a 1 disc, I might have thought more about it, but it was like, holy cow.
I wonder how many songs I like by him. Mandy, Copacabana. I'm trying to think. Do I like anything else? I'm trying to think.
It's a miracle.
Could It Be Magic? I like the long version of Could It Be Magic because it goes on forever.
How about that? I felt myself respected. I made it through the rain. Is that him?
Yeah, I made it through the rain was later ones.
Sorry, Jorgen, what?
I can think of 2 songs by Barry Manilow. There are some artists that I think 2 artists is good by. The Rolling Stones, Bob Dylan, and Barry Manilow. I like taking the chance again.
Oh, ready to take a chance again from that.
Henry,
I like Copacabana.
This is not my channel. If it was, I'd really be flipping out. Until you learn what overrated means, you better stay. That's exactly right.
What's this? Paulina says she's been to Barry's compound in Palm Springs. Cool guy, even owned a computer that he donated to a youth organization. Wow.
Hey, Joe, how did you figure out yet by that Henry knows which kind of buttons to push in order to provoke
Yeah.
you.
Well, he's not just doing this to provoke me. He really believes this. He's doing this. He really
Yeah.
believes this for everybody, I think.
Yeah, you see Raging Bull and Taxi Driver. Have you ever seen the movie The Grapes of Wrath? Huh? You know who Henry Fonda was?
Right.
Huh?
Wow, look at Jeff going. No, but the thing is, like, I'm trying to explain to him again. Yes, Raging Bull's. I think Raging Bull's overrated. How do you like
Now
that?
that's
I
a
think
good
Raging
one.
Bull is an overrated movie. How do you like that? I don't think it's that good as
Oh,
everybody says.
now he's pleading his innocence. I haven't done anything.
Well, he's not provoking me.
Yeah.
He's talking to, even says in that comment, he's talking to Peter. He's asking Peter Boothroyd. He's not Joe Mayo. He's saying yes, the fact that Raging Bull is considered so great, and the fact that Taxi Driver is considered so great, that's why if somebody didn't like him, they would think he's overrated because those are so highly rated. I don't know, you can't understand it. If I don't explain myself
I
well.
love old movies.
It is pretty good. Yeah.
There he goes again. His token old movie.
It's a bit later. It's late. It was from the 60s. I've talked about from the 30s and 40s.
Yeah. I mean, come on. But he always mentions 12 Angry Men as his catcher. This is great. The fisticuffs.
Oh, it's so old.
1950s. Oh,
like Humphrey Bogart or Jimmy Stewart or Henry Fonda or
Gable or
people like that.
Come on, man.
Marx Brothers.
Yeah,
what's the Marx Brothers?
Laurel and Hardy.
Mm-hmm. Charlie Chaplin. The Three Stooges, even.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Listen, you big mouth creep. You don't know nothing about nothing.
I always have that one ready for that.
I know. So like, I think I got that one, especially for Henry.
Here we go. Here, Peter Boothroyd's comment.
Yeah, I think he's just Peter Boothroyd's toying with him.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say? Whatever.
What are you saying?
It's okay. When I was 21, I probably said the same stuff.
I know. Every time I hear Henry talking,
He scared me again with that.
You woke my cat up.
Today this is going to gross. You struck me that, so I'm going to say this. Today when I was walking to the deli, I had to walk past it and then back the other way. There was a dead raccoon, like roadkill, laying there. And his tongue was like sticking out like that. And like there was like blood like on the ground where his tongue was. And I tried not to look at it. I saw it. Oh, God. And then on the way back, I got my sandwich. And then on the way back, I didn't want to look at it again.
I mean, you could have kept it, Don. Could have made a coonskin cap.
Yes. It was a baby. It was like a baby one. It was really small.
Roadkill, sorry.
Interesting with Vin Diesel. I don't have anything to say about the guy.
I couldn't tell you the first thing about Vin Diesel.
Now, when it comes to the name Vin Diesel, he, if anybody, sounds like a wrestler with that name.
He does. I think he's made some car driving movies, or something.
I'm from Redmond, Beach, California, 250 pounds. Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel, the U.S. champion. It does.
I'm gonna find out what's for dinner.
Like when they pull him out of the box and say, "Okay, are we having spring or not?" It screamed.
Yeah,
it's horrible. That clip. I wouldn't mind seeing that clip disappear.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, I found
another one. That insulting Dr. Zayas clip too is not one of my favorites.
Oh no! Aw.
I agree with that, Henry. But there are other great movies in black and white too.
Take it away! Take it away!
Those corny, funny, silly apes, boy. Those monkeys.
You can possibly compare him to Nyama 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 Nyama.
Oh, that's worse.
Yeah, the Nama kid.
This is
Angry Man.
I agree with that, Henry.
Okay, so drop it.
That's good.
Yeah,
I
well,
wouldn't actually call The Rock Johnson the same character every time. He has done action movies. He's played the Tooth Fairy in a Disney movie, and he has played Dragon in the Mummy.
Black Adam.
So he actually can do a whole lot of characters, but the problem is that he has the same acting style in many of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you, Henry, did you ever see Scent of a Woman? That's kind of different for Pacino, I think. But
how tall is De Niro? About to 5'5"?
oh, I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
I don't know. He puts up about 10 movies a year. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Okay. De Niro's. See, he knows everything about it.
5'9".
That is room wallpaper with De Niro.
Well, that's the size of his mouth, I thought.
You have to look down at him, yeah. Oh,
Oh, maybe it's a good time to show the album of the week.
yes.
Yes. Okay.
What is it?
Let me dial it up here. Yes.
Mhm.
Ah.
Oh, hey. That looks like you, Doc.
No, I think that's that guy at New York's Times Square, isn't it?
I hope he doesn't get stuck in his what is that thing?
Accordion.
Because accordion goes back and forth, and he had it down right when it's
I think we all should be happy that the accordion was there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Paulina loves Vin Diesel.
Oh yeah, and the Guardian of the Galaxy, the other wrestler was in there. I don't know what his name was. Batista. Yeah.
Exactly, Star Trekker. I thought he looked like Borat.
Found myself respected.
I don't know.
I got
But
to
it's
think about
okay. Everything's okay. Andre the Giant was also in the movie too, so no.
That is the problem with wrestlers in movies, that many of them are transferring their acting style in the ring.
Right.
I think it's okay to do it in the movies. But the problem is that it's whole different game ball. In the ring, you have to do a promo and be a bad guy, a kind of a tough guy. In the movies, you have to have different kind of characters, and those characters means that you have to have a different acting style. But they take a look at Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan more or less have the same acting style in
pretty much
every episode. So that is the problem. That is why wrestlers normally isn't all that good at acting in the Hollywood movies, because they take their wrestling style in acting to the movies.
I disagree. I disagree with your Scent of a Woman comment, okay? Scent of a Woman, he plays a blind man for one thing. He doesn't go around playing blind men all the time. Stop with that stupid hoo-ah thing. That's ridiculous. I'm so sick of people bringing that up every time you talk about Pacino.
Let's all decide what Joe wants for dinner. Well,
let's see. Are you still off the wagon? Are you still off
me?
The wagon? Yeah.
Completely off. Oh, completely and utterly off the wagon.
Have some pizza.
Yeah, I've been having pizza coming out of my ears, but I might do that. I might do a Domino's pizza, which is different.
There you go. With breadsticks.
It's a little bit of a ride, the Domino's place,
okay.
But maybe I'll do it anyway.
Okay.
I suggest salted herring with potatoes.
Okay.
Should I tell you guys that I had to struggle to button up my pants today?
Better start exercising, Doc.
Too much of those snacks watching TV.
Is that why you're sitting in your underwear right now?
He's swallowing a beach ball again. That's what he means.
Yeah. Well, it's like, I'm getting a little wide here. I have to struggle to make that button go in. Henry just loves his movies, doesn't he? Yeah.
I disagree that 1,000,000%. Okay, there's no way he could have done Scarface as good as Pacino, or Carlito's Way for two of them that I can think of, or Dog Day Afternoon. I don't buy it.
No buy.
I did like The Deer Hunter, pretty good, but
I don't know what it is with these kids. I don't know. Maybe we should just stop here and go get the weather.
We'll bring you on into the temps, and we're all doing okay. Wow, 750 degrees in Gila Bend right now. And 1,270 in Ahwatukee. Now I'm not authorized to evacuate Ahwatukee, but this temperature seems pretty high.
Cave Creek is really
Yeah, Cave Creek, Fountain Hills, they don't look good either. And frankly, Wickenburg is a total loss. Oh my God. You might as well just get out of anywhere along this 60 here. It's very warm. Surprise is starting to heat up as well at 1,300 degrees. So again, the safe spots seem to be Chandler and Mesa. Scottsdale is doing okay so far, but you know, you're sort of surrounded by some pretty intense heat. So, you know, again, I'm not your dad, but I would get out while you still can. I think steel boils at about this temperature, so Cave Creek, there's probably nothing left up there right now. So don't even bother looting up there. It's not going to be worth it.
What the hell was that all about?
No tornadoes. I can see that.
That's true. No tornadoes.
Yeah.
Let's just say it wasn't Takiak actually.
No, not Tuck. It's still cold there, and that pretty much.
Holy cow! You know, talk about global warming.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm surprised it took this long. Weather report? Oh yeah, I can report the weather better than this guy.
I'm the only one who found it very interesting. We talked about Deer Hunter, and we saw just a clip where a place was called Deer Valley.
Yeah, and there, I hear there's deer in Sweden too.
That's the only one of his movies I really like, The Deer Hunter.
King of comedy.
Well, that one's good. Oh, Gary.
I'm signing off now. I'm going to bed because I'm going off to work now.
Have a good sleep.
Yeah, Jorgen, have a good night.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Bye, Jorgen.
Yep.
So long. Oh.
Now we have 3.
Yeah,
now
I know. I know. I'm late.
Almost 5. We've got 3 open spots.
I don't like this format.
No, neither do I. I was busy looking for my get out.
All right, get out! Yeah!
Okay, here we go. There you go. That's better.
Here we go.
I got so much on the Rolodex. I'm sitting there spinning like, okay, where's get out? Where's get out?
Yeah, boy, that's got a lot of stuff there. I know how it is.
Well, when you've got so many roles to play, like director and producer, clips thing, and monitor comment.
You want
It's okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I probably just bought a DVD set of an actor. I'm sure Henry doesn't know who he was.
Oh,
who's that?
Jimmy Stewart.
Oh, of course, Jimmy Stewart. You might know Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah. I bought 4 movies by Jimmy Stewart. They're on the way.
Jeff's mustache needs its own square.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try to paste it on and make sure it's. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Yes.
So, what day will the one hand clapping be out? In
June 14th.
Okay. So that's coming out in June, and then Mind Games is in July.
Yeah, Paul's got to beat John again, trying to steal John's thunder.
I'll pick
again.
it up. I'll get it.
He did that with some other releases too.
Isn't that always the way?
Yeah.
Whenever John has something to put out, McCartney's got to try to trump it.
Yeah. Well,
Well, again, when he mentions Henry Fonda, he knows him from 12 Angry Men.
Yeah, because he was in that one, and that was in the 60s.
Well, 50s actually.
Yeah, in the 50s.
Just buy wider pants, man. Actually, I bought a pair of extra, another inch or so.
Did I show you the gift that Beetle Jeb got me?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I don't think so.
I got a gift from Beetle Jeb.
Okay.
Ooh. Whoa.
Planet of the Apes laser disc. And with the gatefold, it's really cool. The thing is, This picture down here is from the sequel, Beneath the Planet of the Apes. They did
Yeah, it
the
is.
same thing in the Beneath Laserdisc. They put a Planet of the Apes picture in the gatefold.
They got confused.
They always get confused, but I love it. It's a great gift.
Hmm.
Great.
Boy. No,
Yeah,
it's
probably
my
the
favorite
same.
cereal.
It's that enormous mixing bowl. You know.
I love that clear bowl, man.
Mm.
Oh, you know what I had last night? A Magic Spoon. A box
Mm.
of Magic Spoon arrived, and she doesn't like me eating her cereal because it's very expensive. But the only good thing I'm telling you, Doc, no matter how much milk you put on it, doesn't get soggy. Those things stay crunchy.
So apparently, I have to do a video on Magic Spoon.
Oh well,
Okay. Well,
I don't know, but
But it comes in different flavors. Which do you suggest?
well, it depends on what you like. I like there's a blueberry one. Do you like blueberry?
It's okay. It's
There's
just
chocolate ones like chocolate chocolate. Maybe you
yeah.
get the
I
cocoa.
see there's about three or four different flavors.
Get a
of
cocoa
Magic.
one. See if you don't think it tastes like regular cereal, only it's without sugar.
Because it's better for you.
Well, supposedly, but who the hell knows what's in there?
$9 a box, and the box is so tiny.
Well, it depends how much. Yeah, it's expensive, so that's the only thing. In Canada, it might be like $30. Who knows? Box? Who
how
knows?
much is it? How much is it for a box?
No, I don't know. I don't know. Is it $9? You said?
In the store, it's $9.
No, I don't know how much it is. I don't know. I'd have to ask her.
Wow. My cereal is $2.50.
Well, what do you get? Some
Generic
unbranded-
frosted mini wheats.
generic.
Now they last usually a whole week because I eat a little small bowl.
Why do I think 12 Angry Men is the only old film you know? Maybe it's because it's the only old film you throw up all the time to prove you like old movies.
Mm-hmm.
What else am I supposed to think, though?
Yeah.
Honestly.
Now there's a good Henry Fonda movie called The Grapes of Wrath. It's a really good film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's hung up on that one film.
Or what's that other one? The Oxbow Incident?
Oxbow Incident and the My Darling Clementine.
Well, The Wizard of Oz is great.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. If somebody asked me, I'll bet you there's one. What film do you think Henry's going to bring up next to that one? I bet I would have guessed The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Sorry, Henry. No, look, at least you watch the things.
Well, we've only seen that movie billions of times over the past 50 years. So much so that they don't even show it anymore on regular TV.
That's why you need a Blu-ray. And I don't care. I don't want to see it anymore, really.
No, I've seen it so many times.
Well, I got two of them over there.
Oh yeah.
If I only had a brain. It's Danny's song.
Yeah, Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind is a classic. It's just a bit too long for me.
It has an intermission. You can go potty if you want.
I know, but still,
Which is.
Oh, that reminds. Oh, if you had that, Doc, that reminds me of something. I tried. Go ahead. Sorry.
Pumpkins are in my stomach.
I did because I'm not, like I said, I haven't been drinking soda in months, but I'm off the wagon. So I had Spice. What is it? Coke Spice.
Oh, that's spicy.
Yeah.
It was good. It had a little zing to it. It was raspberry. It was like raspberry spice.
Zing! Wow. Should have made a video. That's a video.
Yeah.
Well, I can't do that unless I'm thin. I can't do food taste videos.
And the Philadelphia story too. Mm-hmm. I think you won for the Philadelphia story.
Well, Heston deserved it. Can I tell you?
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
Psycho's great as well, yeah, but that's 1960s. To us, that's not that old.
I like the Birds better.
Try the 1930s. How about watching Henry Fonda and Jezebel?
Yeah, that's a pretty good film with Farley Granger and Robert Walker Sr. Yeah, that's one of Hitchcock's best films.
Mm-hmm. And Julie Newmar.
I don't think Julie Newmar was in that movie.
Something weird about
1951.
So I think she's weird looking, even though she's also hot.
And Marion Lawrence's in it too.
Ooh, Marion Lawrence! What?
You who she was?
Yes.
Yeah, she was, and she was young. Then.
Oh, young Marion.
Yes, young Marion Lawrence.
Oh, she was hot.
Well, I don't know about hot, but she could have been. Leo J. Carroll was in it. Mr. Waverly from Man from U.N.C.L.E. was in it.
Oh, Robert Culp?
No. Alexander Waverly from The Man from U.N.C.L.E. was Leo J. Carroll.
Oh, the boss of the.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Tarantula.
Oh yeah, and the thing got him, didn't it? It ate him up.
Yeah, Jeff, you didn't buy anything this week. That's odd.
Well, I got stuff coming, so it counts.
Uh-huh.
I have one CD and some other stuff. So.
See, it was like Rosemary's Baby was
Yeah, it
great.
is. Mm-hmm.
Well, look, I think it's still one of the maybe the greatest horror film ever made. What's showing not much,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion.
Beach Blanket Bingo.
Yeah.
Dr. Strangelove. Well, that's another one of those poor man. I don't know what term to use. Like, yeah, okay, it's 1964, isn't it? It's like the 60s, and it's Kubrick, so you can get away with it. Dr. Strangelove.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, watch it from the 30s, man.
Yeah. No, there's a movie you might try called The Incredibly Strange Creatures Who Stopped Living and Became Mixed Up Zombies.
Which I've never seen.
You'll like that one.
Marlon Brando film of the 50s. There's a lot of them on the waterfront.
Probably from not the wild one. Oh, yeah, the waterfront. Yeah, with Stella. Yeah, that would be the one I'm thinking about.
Streetcar Named Desire.
Yeah, that one too. Streetcar Named Desire.
Superman.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Kramer versus Kramer.
I like that movie, but I mean, I just saw it again. It was on Turner. How amazing do you want a movie like that? It's not really, it's just really about a man trying to make, get to live with his son and bring up his son. I think it's great, but. And I begin to think Dustin Hoffman's up there now. A lot of people, when they say, who's your favorite actor? I never really think of Dustin Hoffman, but I'm starting to think of him now.
He's great in Tootsie.
Oh, yeah.
He was.
Mm-hmm.
And The Graduate.
Yeah.
Or Rain Man.
Yeah, he was good in there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So Dustin Hoffman's up there for me.
Who could forget him in Hook?
Me.
Oh yeah.
I've never seen it, so I don't know.
And it's got Robin Williams in it too, so you'd really not want to watch it.
Oh yeah.
Oh brother, Robin Williams and him. Oh,
it's like a double whammy of.
That'd be interesting. Yeah.
Well, Robin Williams, I couldn't take.
Grown up Peter Pan.
Oh, I loved Robin Williams in movies like Insomnia, 1 Hour Photo, when he plays like a nut and stuff. That I like.
Well, at least Henry says Hoffman was the best Hook.
Really?
Hans Conried.
Tippy tippy toe through my garden. You might know what that is.
I guess.
Yes, he was.
How about Boris Karloff as Captain Hook?
Oh, that'd be spooky.
He was good in the play. Mm-hmm. Oh, I just watched the Mask of Fu Manchu the other night.
Oh, did you?
And for a 1932 film, there's so much stuff that was cut out of it. All that racism, and there's a point where a young Myrna Loy, one of the guys, is whipped, and she acts like she likes it, and that was 1932.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, where did you see it?
After my DVD.
Oh, so it's uncut on the DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Blu-ray's coming out late this month.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna so-called upgrade it.
Mm-hmm. With the Gregory Mank commentary, it's great commentary.
Oh, I like his commentaries.
Mm-hmm. But in some countries, they butchered that thing. All kinds of stuff they cut out of it.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
That was a right, but you when you get it right on time.
Yeah, this like I said, for an instant. Yeah.
You really have to time those suckers.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, I'm not even looking at the comments. I got the clips up there just in case I need one.
Phil Collins was in Hook. What?
I think David Crosby was in Hook too. I believe I'm right.
I don't remember Phil Collins in there. But might agree with Joe when he says that I like Robin Williams more when he's serious.
Yeah, there's some stuff I haven't seen him in yet. That like I was just gonna say, I didn't ever. I was gonna mention that I never saw Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah, but Wes, did you buy them? That's a big question. Did you leave
Now
them?
you get me back into CDs, you lousy. Now, what do you do about CD players? Because they say they don't make them anymore. Is that true?
In my case, I don't. I've got one, but they don't have them in cards anymore. That rankles me.
Yeah.
They don't have them in what anymore?
They're not putting them in cards.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, I have, like I said, mine's pretty good, but I still liked it better when it was in the car. I have a portable one.
I'm gonna have to get one myself. So like I'm due to get a new car very soon. So I'm gonna have to get what is it, like a portable thing that you plug into USB or something?
Yeah, I have. So I got to give you the brand. I really like it. It doesn't skip, bounce, or anything. But it's a big. It's round. You got to put the USB in there and plug it in. You got to put another audio cable into your audio auxiliary or whatever. And it's a little bit more of a pain in the ass because you can't just slide it in when you drive. You used to be able to take you driving and just slide the disc in to the dash. Now you can't. You got to like open the top, put it in, close the top. It's just a little more involved.
You gotta wait for a stoplight to do anything.
Yeah.
Well, Henry, a Dodge Charger is on my list of what I might get as my next car.
That's
funny. I knew a guy that had a black Charger.
You're not going to get a smaller one, Doc, with the price of gas going up?
No, I just
small cars, baby, in Japanese.
We'll get you an electric car.
Japanese cars.
No, not electric cars. No.
That's the way to go, Doc. Japanese cars. That's the way to go.
Get an electric car and get you a long cord.
Wait, I don't see Doc, do you know what I'm talking about?
About the
clip.
Japanese cars.
Japanese cars.
A clip.
Oh.
So I still think Japanese cars are the best myself. I think those are probably the best.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well,
I'm sorry, I don't speak Japanese.
What?
Oh God! Where is this?
Man, I don't know what to do. I love vinyl and I love CDs. Man, what a pain! What a dilemma.
Well, enjoy. Don't worry about it.
Easy for you to say, my friend.
Yeah, but you know what this guy says? This guy says, if I'm elected, I'm going to do away with all this mandate of electric cars and stuff.
I think you should. They should.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's a selling point. Ooh.
Yeah, and the other guy is all the time. So.
You know what? I don't like the looks of Nissan cars. I'm sorry.
No, I have a Kia myself. I like my Kia.
What's for dinner?
I like the Kias and the Mazdas and that Hyundai.
I have a small Kia. Yeah.
But there's so many of those Elantras around. I see them everywhere.
Do you now?
I do.
Look out my door.
Elantra. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I don't want what everybody else has.
Oh no. If you want something dependable.
Yeah, but I don't know whether these Chargers are going to be dependable either.
No.
I mean, get you a small car. I can put $9 of gas in my little car and drive around for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's watch. There's a million movies I could watch tonight too.
Yeah, like Werewolf of Washington.
Yeah. And I can listen to a bunch of CDs too, like
the Munsters.
The Munster CD.
Yeah.
So you say that has music and dialogue?
No dialogue. It's all music.
What is it like? How had they recorded? They recreated
like a soundtrack.
Yeah, but how'd they get the music? Did they take the original tapes, or did they just record it off the air?
well, it's not like when they were acting, somebody was like playing something. That's all pre-recorded, or like someone. What's his name? Jack Marshall did the soundtrack. Like you know how they do soundtracks to film. Right? So,
What's wrong with that, Henry? He took that. Joe Biden took that quote. Oh, that's that one. I'm sorry. This one. Joe Biden took that quote and misuses it, saying he's going to be a dictator.
Yeah.
Period. It's like taking things out of context.
I promise. But
That's just the way he talks. He doesn't mean literally a dictator. He just means he's going to sign certain things into law the first day, and that's it.
Everybody looks
put back all the.
Shut up.
He's going to put back all the stuff that Biden erased. He's going to put them all back and close those borders.
Yeah. Not to me, I hope. Don't close the border.
Not you.
You got to go over there and get some more stuff soon.
No, from Robert.
Henry, you don't know what you're talking about, so I could tell you. Here we go again. You don't know. You're too brainwashed.
And he's young. He'll learn.
Yeah.
Not all of them do. Oh, I know a soon-to-be 70-year-old that doesn't learn the thing.
Listen, you big mouth creep. You don't know nothing about nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish I had that. That's great.
I found it first.
That's right.
Even though I can't find it on a second try, instead of
Oasis.
And Henry, if somebody really was going to be a dictator, which he's not, but even if somebody was, would you think they'd really announce it? Like it would say, "Oh, I'm going to be a dictator." Why would you do that? He didn't do that. It's not what he meant. It was a figure of speech, a matter of.
He's going to do wonders for the country.
Yeah.
Rather than this old fart that looks like he's going to fall down every time he stands up. So he's too old to be president. Oh, he's a mess. Oh. So get rid of him.
And now,
because I've been in court for so long and paid out
all that money.
I'm the perfect person to be president.
All those fake
news. I instigated a riot.
What?
Like the fake Russian dossier and the fake what they do to him. He was, what's it called? The president. You
got me.
Impeached.
Yeah, the
He's
fake impeachments and now the fake lawsuits.
I know.
So.
Come on now, dog.
Yeah, Henry, that's certainly the image they want you to believe. They've done a good job of it.
Yes, he does seem to be a terrible person, though. But
I don't think so.
Well, I don't think he's not very smart in the way he carries himself. He puts his own foot in his mouth. He doesn't really.
I don't agree with stuff he says.
The party couldn't find anybody better than this. I don't get it.
Well, the people want him, so yeah.
He wants himself. Like he declares that, I'm going to run again, and everybody goes like, okay. Like nobody ever says, well, we're going to have. Oh, I guess there was one woman who was interested in the job and she bowed out.
What's her name? The Nikki. What's her name? Yeah.
What's the matter, Henry? He didn't smell her hair enough. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Oh yeah, he was. What's his name? Was sniffing all these young girls' hairs and. It's okay.
That is creepy. Yeah.
And welcome to the political hour with Doc Dawkins.
Yeah.
And Biden showered with his daughter.
Oh, did he?
Never heard this one before.
You probably liked it.
Was this on Face the Nation? I don't know.
No.
He insulted African Americans, Biden.
Oh yeah.
By saying, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Put them all under one umbrella like that. That's not nice. You judge people as individuals.
Trump's not going to send you back to France.
Yeah, to France. I can't wait for him to start drilling for oil. He's going to start drilling for oil when he's elected.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
We need more oil instead of.
Well, see, he needs to go drill for oil in Colorado.
Yeah. Or next to his house, Jeffson.
Yeah. No, in Colorado because my mom and dad bought some mineral rights.
Well, Marcus, that's because I don't want to like fuck. We're Lenin buddies, you and I. But let's face it, there's a reason for why. I think he's going to lose too, because it's fixed. I believe that.
Trump. Well, everybody's ancient to you, Henry. I wanted Bernie.
He's old too. He's older than the Hills too.
He's another.
Cracks me up. I want Bernie because they think he's going to turn this place into a. I don't want to get. Man, I tell you, you don't know, folks. I could go off.
Bernie's a socialist.
You said the word. So there you go.
Jeez.
That's why he wants him, Henry.
How do we get to politics?
I mean,
drives you nuts, doesn't it? Because they go, all the stuff they feed everybody. It's a shame. They believe them because somebody's got control of the regular mainstream media, and they just feed them all this stuff.
Bernie is 100 times more coherent than Biden.
Well, I'll go along with that. But you said earlier you wanted another 40-year-old like JFK. You don't want an old geriatric. You said age before, so you didn't say clarity.
Now, Bernie wants to socialize prescription drugs. That's to be disastrous. Like socialized medicine, waiting for an operation. Yeah.
Maybe you'll get Newsom. Maybe you'll get you. Everybody wants Gavin Newsom. I'll tell you one thing: if Gavin Newsom should run, it's lights out for Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, he'll probably
let me tell you that
out because he let Leslie Van Houten out on parole. Tex Watson's going to be next.
Look how he ruined California.
Yeah.
Bring back Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah. In California, you have to. In California, you have to take out a loan to get a Big Mac.
Well, what we need is a write-in vote. Comes out next week, right? Next weekend is Apes weekend, I believe, right?
I know what you're saying, Marcus. However, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. However, I think if they left the other guy alone and let him do it, let him do his job and stop trying to impeach him and foil him, I think he could have done a great. Well, he did do a great job, but he could do an even better job.
I agree.
They'll be fighting him all every 2 years the way.
Jerry Busey has brain damage. So,
yeah, there's something going on there. Well, thank you I appreciate that opinion.
Okay.
Henry has lots of opinions.
Why? Because they tell you that?
No, it's kind of obvious, I think.
Fascinating.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. I already done. Same thing. Yeah. Politics, music, and
I saw those college kids.
Yeah, you said leaving Trump to his own worst enemy, leaving him to his own devices may be worrisome too. You mean like starting World War III? Everybody said, "Oh man, if he comes in 2016, he's going to start World War III with the trigger finger with the button." He's the only president we didn't have a war under.
You see, in the Middle East, they're laughing at us. When Trump was in, they were afraid of him, what he would do. And same thing for China, same thing for Russia.
I agree with that. I see what you're saying. I meant Henry. I'm always jumping the gun with his next comment.
Yeah, So that's
we're
what I'm
doing anyway.
Oh, Iran, you want to do this? We need our country. Our country needs to be self-sufficient. If we're self-sufficient, nobody will ever bother us again.
And you have to make the enemies respect you and
Yes.
afraid of you. You
Enemies
can't just
fear
go up
you.
there and let them put spy
Mhm.
balloons and things around and not do anything.
Right.
And
Blast them out of the sky.
you can't look at them and say, "Don't."
You're an illegal alien. You killed that little girl. Bang. You know.
Yeah, we had all those drones flying around last year, and we don't know. Yeah. Anytime Trump gets behind a podium, it's like, oh no, now what?
Yeah.
Fun. Fun and games.
Mm.
Did you ever watch one of those 2-hour rallies?
Yeah.
No,
It's interesting.
I can't stand watching politics.
I was
Me either.
What's
I've
your
never
name?
been a political guy.
The update with Jean Pierre, whatever name. You know who her special guest was? Mark Hamill.
Oh yeah, Mark. What was Mark Hamill doing at the White House?
Because it was Star Wars Day.
Hey, I could give you a lot of stupid Trumps from the guy. Trump. Stupid quotes from the guy in office right now. Usually, it's like, this is. They say people's names wrong all the time. I know if gets the names of the people and stuff.
Well, Gary, I'm afraid that big red button. He'll order ice cream. I want to, ice cream.
Yeah.
Red button.
Welcome to Face the Nation, kids.
Gary, I don't.
Oh, you don't know Gary Wilkerson?
I know Gary's name. I'm trying to remember. I see him here a lot.
Yeah, his brother is a very famous musician, Danny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good stuff. Very good stuff.
Wilkerson. Okay.
Yes.
Now I know where I heard Wilkerson from.
Yes. I think we've been talking about this for the past 4 years.
I knew there was somewhere I knew it from.
Okay.
Hey, look, like I say, people say you don't believe I'm in the middle. Look, I just think the other guy's the better option, but I'm kind of like in the middle all the time. I just don't know what to tell you. I just don't like the way things have been going the last 4 years or whatever it is. Yeah.
Too many people going over the
mess,
border.
man. It's a mess. Illegal people.
Yes, illegal.
That's the word.
Illegal. Repeat after me. Illegal.
Because you get people, they don't want anybody different than them coming. It's about legality. Do it legally. It's very simple. I don't care who you are, whether you're Biden, you're Trump, whether you're Obama, whatever it is, Obama, Kennedy, Reagan. Just do it legally, man. That's all.
Mm-hmm. There's a reason there's a booth there. Like, where are you going? What are you doing?
Yeah.
You go home now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You look like a threat to our country. You go home.
We were in great shape. 2016 to 2020, we were in much better shape. Well, the pandemic, you couldn't help. That nobody knew how to deal with something like that. No, I don't care if it was Abraham Lincoln. I'm trying to think of a president that everybody kind of likes, or Kennedy. You ain't gonna do nothing. You weren't gonna do nothing with the coronavirus pandemic. Nobody knew how to handle that.
We've got to get our country back on track. Got to.
Yeah. Instead, it made us a whole nation of cell phone users.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, Henry. Leave me alone, will you? You're ridiculous.
Oh, hush, Henry.
Such nonsense.
I
gotta admit nothing.
The king of chaos.
Fascinating. You have derangement syndrome, Henry. You have it.
Mm-hmm.
You believe all this stuff, and you run with it.
Mm.
He's the only one commenting.
Yeah.
He's funny because he's outrageous, if anything.
Oh, he's funny, I gotta say.
He's a clown.
And, there's things I think he's kind of stupid. I think he's his own worst enemy. I think he doesn't know how, he should be handling things himself a lot better than he does. Or I think just play to them better.
Like he was,
Get smarter. Learn how to say things a certain way. You know, that's what I'm trying to say.
dude, you can't take him serious as a politician because he never was a politician. He was a
Right. See, that's why he would be real good.
everyone else was, worked their way up to the ranks, government and governor and all this kind of stuff. Trump was never in.
No.
But is that necessarily a better thing? I don't know. I think he's not. There's a lot of things he accomplished. Nobody even knows.
Yeah, Biden is.
He did nothing in 40, 50 years or something.
Yeah, nothing.
Did nothing.
And nothing in 4 years. Not it's zip.
And if you see some of the clips that they won't show you everywhere, but certain one station will show you clips of Biden in the past, you'll hear all kinds of racist rhetoric from him, including Kamala Harris told him in one of the debates or whatever, yelled at him about being a racist and saying, "I was that little girl." Remember that? You said these things.
Like the borders are open. It's like, that's from the VP. The borders are open.
Who's that girl that used to imitate her? Did it really?
Yeah, there's some girl on there. We're going, guys. It's 15 after. We got a little time left. And they got those electric cars. Last time I had my car serviced, I talked to my mechanic, and I said about electric cars. He said the batteries on those things cost around $50,000.
Right, something like that. Yeah, I heard 10,000.
It would fry the grid. The electric cars will not be the norm for a long time.
Well, hopefully after we're out of here,
Yeah, maybe 50, 60 years.
That's
when
the only
Henry's
good thing.
an old man, he can drive an electric car.
That's right, Henry. You can drive a nice electric car.
Yeah, with the long cord and everything. Yeah.
Oh, my battery's dead.
But I'll be long gone, man. Hopefully, by the time that happens.
I'm still waiting for the flying car.
Yeah, flying car.
Why are we driving around like the jets? Like, we were supposed to have that by now. What happened to that? So sometimes the technology just doesn't match up with what we think. Oh, good for you, Henry.
Henry already owns his own car. What about when they force you to get an electric?
And Doc does too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I own my own car. Fascinating. When they start forcing you, that's a different story. When you can't get gasoline anymore, and you got to buy an electric car.
Yeah.
Yeah, you plug in the car and I can go 400 miles and then stop and charge. And go another 400 miles and stop.
And did you see those cars that were frozen solid last wintertime? Those electric cars?
In Chicago, and they had
frozen solid.
Like nothing.
Wow. Henry says electric cars are good cars.
Sure.
Do you have one, Henry? Do you speak from experience?
Exactly. He says they already own my own car, but is it electric?
Have a long.
Well, he couldn't afford it. He couldn't afford it. He's probably driving a 1976 Pacer.
I read that Ford Motor Company has got $1 billion, where they lost $1 billion on those electric cars.
They're not selling. For what?
People don't want them.
There's lots of them. I mean, parking lots of them.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of them in the parking lots. Yeah.
Glad you're back, Wes.
Hi, Wes.
I missed
Wes,
you.
there you go.
Hey, Wes. Welcome to the political hour.
Yeah. We're good for starting fires. That's
they are. Yeah.
So are Ford Pintos. Oh, the year of my car, 2021.
You better let it last.
Yeah,
that's got nothing to do with it. When the time comes that you can't get gasoline,
it's going to sit there.
2021, what? Like pedal car?
Yeah, Henry's on fire. He's doing a good job of reciting all the brain stuff, the brainwash stuff he's been fed.
Yeah, on fire.
Fire.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
Well, he's on fire for typing through. Like,
yeah.
There's 100 characters a minute or something. Wow. Very proficient typing.
Did you see those protesters at that college in New York? Because they said they need some food because they're hungry.
Yeah, right.
The
man's actually, I think.
Yeah. They're hungry.
Protesters. Funny how certain people can use these words, you know.
Yeah, certain people can't. Oh, that's bad. You know.
Violent animals that just break things and destroy things and everything else.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, I form my own opinions with my own intelligence.
Okay.
Okay, you're entitled to that opinion. Also, the latter part of your comment is an opinion.
Right.
You're entitled to that.
I saw something really funny. They have drag queens for Palestine. And I kind of thought maybe we'll send some of those drag queens to Palestine. Because, you know, at McDonald's, they have filet of fish. In Palestine, they have filet of drag queen.
Numb.
It just, you know.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I am in the middle, but I've said before, as I see all this craziness that's going on, I'm veering a little more slightly to the right these days. And in some subjects, I go a little to the left. It depends on the topic.
Yeah.
But I just don't like what I see happening to this country. And that's why I'm wavering a lot.
He's leaning to the right.
A little bit.
Yeah. And I want my son to have it better. So, you know.
I really don't think it's going to happen. It's going to get worse and worse and worse.
I hope not.
Oh, already we basically got a cell phone grafted to your hand.
Yeah.
And so I was watching people today just they can't do anything without a cell phone in their hand.
Yeah, and I'm one of them now.
Yeah, I got my phone right there.
I used to make my rant videos like that. I would have made a rant video about people get out with those cell phones, you know. Now I have one. I admit it. I can't stop.
Yeah, but you don't walk around with it constantly in your hand, do you?
And by the way, not every view I have is conservative. I told you there were some things that I think the other way on. You know?
Yeah, pretty much me too. Yeah.
You know, it depends.
I just want what's right. I don't want.
Just what's right and what makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
they want to take away electric stoves and air conditioners and light bulbs.
Air conditioners.
Ovens. That's what he said. Light bulbs, those climate crazies. You know.
Remember the good old days when we used to talk about Danny Bonaducci? Why can't we go back to that again?
You mean here?
Yeah.
For here or back in those days?
Oh,
look, Maclean, thanks.
Are you learning anything from three wise old men?
Yeah, well.
Wow. First time I've been referred to as wise. Ooh, thank you. Really now.
Old?
My son is a 30-year-old liberal. If he can say Biden is doing a terrible job, then yeah.
Well, this is true. He is doing a terrible job, regardless of what side anybody's on. He's doing a terrible job. It's a no job.
Right. Yeah. Liking that ice cream.
He likes his ice cream, that's for sure.
You get a job selling ice cream.
That'd be good. Yeah.
None. We only go off in politics.
No.
This is true. This is true. Did he start it? He started it, didn't he?
He starts everything. He's a pot stirrer.
Yeah.
But see, he's safe. He's safe because everything he says is approved these days.
Get off my lawn! I'm gonna keep your baseball. I'm young, but I know everything.
It's not a matter of trying a debate strategy. It's what I truly believe. It's not a matter of a strategy. I'll say that. You know, it's what I really believe. I think that's the truth. I don't mean literally that they take you physically and really do anything to you. But you see enough of this nonsense. Hey, sometimes I watch the regular mainstream stuff and I almost buy it. It's very powerful.
Whatever Rush Limbaugh says goes.
I never really loved him either. There you go. It just goes to
he
show
was
you.
a bit too far to the right.
Yeah, he was a little too far. Yeah.
Or that gut-filled guy.
The Gutfeld I watched.
Oh, Gutfeld. Yeah, I like that show. That's a funny show.
What was that?
Hey, how'd you do that? That was
He
like
is
perfect timing.
Doc Gudfield is the new king of late night.
Yes,
He beats all the competition.
Yeah.
I don't stay up that late. I'm in bed.
Well, I watched it the next morning because they record it.
Ooh.
10 to 11. That's not too late, is it?
No.
My time, you know. I know.
Yeah.
For old people, that's late. Oh, he's not saying much these days.
Except when they shoot him full of adrenaline or whatever they do for a little while, and it wears off.
They prop him up on sticks or something. He's a puppet.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose. That's politics. Ew.
Yeah. It's sometimes it's discouraging, you know.
Oh, Tyrus is great, man.
Tyrus is something else. I wouldn't want Tyrus to get mad at me.
No.
He's so big. Yeah. Ooh, but he's a nice guy though. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And there's a girl on there from Tennessee that I like who's on the Fox Business. I don't know her name. She's like, you know, she's wild.
That girl.
Yeah, and Little Cat is something else too.
Cat
Timpf.
Yeah.
She's the one that's thin as a rail.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He's always making jokes about, you know, the size of Tyrus and everything.
Yeah.
And he introduces everybody. He always has a Tyrus joke. And his house is at the top of the beanstalk.
Oh yeah.
Something like that.
Oh, he's
giant.
Nobody important.
Right. These second guys.
Oh. Jeff, put some pants on.
Why does he have pants?
I didn't think I saw any pants on.
Oh no.
Ugh.
Too much information. Too much. It's almost 6:30. It's time for collector's call. It's supposed to be Star Wars, I think.
Star Wars stuff. I've got a screen use R2D2 or something. Wow, that's amazing.
Well, I don't believe, Henry, that that's one of my things. I don't know if when you call somebody old, I think it's about there is such a thing. You know what I mean? Like I remember McCartney once saying, "I'm not old." He said to something. I swear, "I'm not old." You are old, Paul McCartney. You are old. You are going to be 82. You are old. To me, old, you know, in a physical age sense. Your age, 82, is an old person. You don't have to think old. You don't have to act old. You don't have to feel old. But you are technically old in years. Does that make any sense?
You've been watching anything about Carol Burnett lately?
By the way, I've seen that picture. Of the two of them. Well, I'm sorry. What about Carol Burnett?
No, over there.
You've been watching Carol Burnett. I know that, but
she's been on like a couple of the late night things, and she's 91. She is like amazing. Her
Who are we talking about?
Yeah.
Carol Burnett.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So like,
real good.
She's got faculties and all that kind of stuff, and is actually funny at 91. You know, I find her amazing. Like she's almost the treasure that Betty White was.
Yeah.
She's getting up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting up there. Yeah.
I know it makes you feel, you know, I'm going to be singing the Beatles song in a few months. When I'm 64.
Oh man, yeah.
And next year,
65.
I'll be eligible for Medicare. Me.
Oh my God.
Congratulations. All right.
Just you know, where's the time gone?
Well, when you think of even going to Beatlefest was 3 months ago already. What? 3 months have gone by already. Jeez. We can't control time. It's just one day.
I think Jeff Kendall is going to be the VP announcer.
No. It's up to him. See, he's going to do it when he's good and ready. You need a strong VP, because if something, heaven forbid, happens to Trump, the VP can come in and like you won't have somebody going you know?
Who does nothing, does absolutely nothing, has done nothing to help the immigration problem. Nothing.
Get to the root causes.
Huh.
How sad.
I hope they're not watching.
Time to move on, Henry.
Yeah.
It was time to move on from the beginning. You bring up politics all the
man.
time.
Man, oh man.
It's a madhouse! A madhouse!
Now that I like, except I don't like making fun of his little waddle at the end.
I love the little waddles.
I know. That's what makes the clip. I know.
It's no worse than the one with Dr. J-Spot.
It's such baloney. I'm so tired of hearing this narcissist. Somebody has self-confidence, believes in himself. Look, let me tell you something. His life, he said this would have been a hell of a lot easier if he never became president, if he never ran.
Yeah.
He spent a lot of his own money. I mean, look at the mess he's in and all that stuff. That's another story that
motivated.
I didn't impeached once.
Twice.
How do you twice? How do you let somebody who's been in that sort of position run again?
And then they said they had.
Well, that position is all. I mean, this is where we're having problems because it's all made up, and it's all it's not legit. That's the reason. It's to keep him from running. That's exactly why. Right. Here I go again. But it is true. Now I can be in the middle, and I like Trump better than I do Biden. Is what I'm saying. But come on, it's so obvious. The reason they're doing this is to keep it. Why didn't you do this before? If he wasn't running, they wouldn't be doing this.
Right.
They wouldn't be doing this.
I remember when he was running in 2016. We have evidence for the Russian collusion. That's a bunch of BS.
Well, of course it was bad, but it's funny how they say, just accept that Trump, just accept that he lost. Just accept it. Why does he keep saying he was rigged? Do you know how long they were saying it was Russian collusion? The Russians, Trump didn't really. It was the Russians that made him win. Even Hillary was saying,
he's still saying it.
Hillary's still saying it. She said it like up until when Biden was running. Said I remember an interview in 2020 or so when he was going to run, Biden against Trump. He said, "Listen, nobody knows better than me that you can still win and not be president." She said that, unless she's talking about the popular vote. She won. I don't know. So don't give me this stuff. Both sides do it. Doesn't matter what side, they both do it.
This is true.
Come on, man.
Because we can have a laugh with that. Oh, Henry, I don't care how much, I don't care what color anybody is. I don't care what age anybody is. As long as they can do a good job, I don't care.
True.
This is true.
I don't know. Must have did an old man impersonation.
Old man stumbling around. Yeah. I'm not a MAGA Republican, but I'm a Republican, and I know who's going to turn the country around.
I'm just rabid.
Yeah. So, okay. If you want to hate me, hate me. So.
I can't watch Rachel's show. Too much politics. What are we getting here?
Yeah.
Hey, this is more than the usual. Show.
Hey, we've got 30 minutes left. Somebody come up and talk to us.
Let's change the subject then. Henry, why don't you come up, Henry?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Oh dear. I know Trump and Hillary.
I'll tell you this much: I take Hillary over Joe Biden. I would. I don't know.
Yeah, look what happened to Bill.
I
don't know. The presidency is so fraught with problems anymore.
On both sides.
Maybe that's why the internet has brought all this on. We never had this sort of thing years ago. So I guess that's the problem with today.
I did.
Mike Bloomberg. I don't even remember Mike Bloomberg.
He was on he was real small.
Henry, just go back to Robert De Niro or something.
Yeah, I don't know what's more annoying, your political talk, stirring the political pot, or De Niro repetition. I don't know.
Term limits. Yeah, but
term limits are good when you don't like somebody and you want them out. But what about if somebody's doing a good job and you'd like them to stay? Then what do you do?
Yeah, that's the other. It's like our mayor over in Detroit there. when he took over, things for the better. Hate to get rid of him now.
Yeah.
Detroit is almost like a major popular city again.
Mm-hmm.
Like why do you want to go backwards to when it was like Gary, Indiana, and hated and thought of as like the worst city in America?
Mm-hmm.
So like, I think he's on his third term right now. So, am I a fan of Justin Trudeau? No, because he just brought on the carbon tax that made all the gas prices spike. Thank you.
Did he do some kind of a bad feelings tax? If you say stuff about people, you can get in trouble. He didn't. He did bad and just kind of weird.
There's something too about on Facebook. He can't put any Canadian news up or something. I don't know. It's a mess.
No, always move to the U.S.
Politics.
Move to Detroit, Doc.
Oh, Henry, I don't want to come up right now. I need to lose weight.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
What are you like?
It's an interesting show.
Not that we're in any good shape either.
Yeah.
We'll
see what happens. Yeah. I'm just worried about the Middle East and everything myself.
No, Middle East, Ukraine, and China.
I know, but we need a leader to stare them down. Biden will not.
They say what you will about him. They feared the last guy. They feared him.
Yeah.
They wouldn't dare take a chance against him. That's what you need.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need somebody that just goes, don't.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
Then they did anyway.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just hope to have that little red button firmly.
Order ice cream.
That got locked or something, the little lid on it.
2 scoops. Yeah.
How can I access this little red button? Come on. Politics. Ew.
Yeah, I hate it too. I never was interested in my whole life, Doc. I just never was interested. But the last, I don't know, 10, 15 years, it's like things are getting so crazy. Right. I become more aware of things.
You're getting older. Yeah.
Yeah.
Need to come back. Where's Stephen Schnee? We will need you to come back.
Yes, for 20 minutes, Steve.
Yeah. Calling Stephen Schnee.
You know, Doc, don't forget you can always cut out the end. You take that thing and you take the end and like go back to the middle.
Hour. Yeah. Well, whatever. Yeah.
At least we don't have any children on here. Have you got any children on your video? You must. Yeah.
No, you're not going outside, so forget it. Yeah.
Let me out. Let me out.
Let me out. I smell a girl cat.
What is there, a window that it's looking out of and wants to go play?
A boy cat can smell a girl cat. That's
from inside the house?
Yeah. From inside the house.
Man, that must be torture.
Yeah. Wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Girl cats are outside.
Yeah.
Walking around like crazy outside.
Mm-hmm. Where's West going?
He said he had to go.
I like what he's saying. I think he's talking about term limits. Doesn't matter when it's time to go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I agree.
See you later.
I thought you were leaving. Okay, I agree.
They want to do that in the, is it the Congress? What was the ones that can live, they can be in there like 70 years in the Congress? Is it that where it
is? Supreme Court.
Supreme Court.
Can be have to quit or die in office or yeah.
I know when it's time. We just
all right, get up. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Thank you.
Right.
Boy, I got any messages from Danny today? I talked to Danny today. Mm-hmm. He slept late today.
Okay. Well,
I think he got up early, saw I wasn't on, so went back to bed. How's that? I mean, that's true. I'm not saying how's that. Like it's not true.
If you're watching, Danny, hope you're okay. Look at a car honking.
I know. Every time one goes up, it's not my car doing that.
But considering my amount of times was only one, I don't. I'm not proud of that, but mine was only one, and he lost.
Yeah,
So I never care. That's how much I didn't care about politics my whole life.
Yeah. Until you get
Take
old.
country into North Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We voted for Perot back in the 90s.
Yeah. My dad was a longtime Democrat, and he voted for Donald Trump before he died. You know, so he did. He changed parties. So.
And you did too.
Well, I've been a Republican since probably the 70s. I didn't like what Jimmy
Well,
Carter
then you
was
should go to the convention thing then.
Nah.
Nah.
Got that back.
I bet they have better merchandise than they do at Beetlefest.
I bet they do, and it's free.
I bet they do.
Yeah, I get one of them red caps that say "Make America Great Again" and the button, and you know, I'm not a MAGA Republican, but I'll wear one of those.
Yeah. I seen a video of somebody going to the last Chiller convention.
I was going to go there, but I didn't.
Yeah, somebody put up a video, and here I am at the latest Chiller convention, and there was merchandise everywhere. You know, like look at the this and that, and Godzilla statues, and
Yeah, I was going to go. I should have, but
and then you go look at the Beetlefest, and they just had like half a size classroom with a couple tables.
yeah.
Like it's so sad.
No.
Yeah.
I don't understand why these other conventions have so much stuff. 5 losses and 6 wins for me, and I'm 60. Well, you're just under 500, right? No, you're over 500. So, Oh, congratulations, Boston Bruins, for winning over the Toronto Maple Leafs last night.
Okay.
Got that in.
No,
and the Tigers are losing against the Yankees. Boom.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
Damn Yankees.
What?
Oh my God. Oh, Henry, don't vote.
Oh no, we're doomed. Henry's gonna vote. Well, that's better than most people. Like like tell kids to register for the vote. I'm not registering for the vote. He's interested in his politics. Politicians should be barred from using its transparent. Oh, barred from using is. That's hard to read. Oh, one word that politicians should be barred from using is transparency.
Transparency.
I can read. They're never honest about it.
No.
They're transparent right from the get-go.
Yeah.
I remember when we used to talk about Kiss,
About Kiss in the good old days. Now, was that a best of Kiss you held up?
I have the very best of Kiss.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll pick up
I don't know about that.
Well, yeah, but when I saw that Kiss Gold, I went, oh.
Yeah.
Hadn't seen that one before.
Kiss Gold is a bit too much for me. I want a 1 disc. So, yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, but as I said, I had that double platinum back in the day. But they chopped the songs up. So a song that was 3 minutes was suddenly 2:30. And I was like, you can't chop a song up like that.
Right.
So I got rid of it. I had it and I got rid of it. So I don't want
Like
this.
K-Tel albums, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a K-Tel album where they chop the song.
original hits. They cut it in half, to get so many hits.
So if there's a gold version of Kiss stuff, I think I want that. So like I'm going to have to look into that. I already put that up. Yeah. Yeah. I almost have as much as that Schnee guy did. Yeah.
Almost. You get you one of them little boxes. That says Kiss.
I didn't want to ruin a good thing with talking about those little crate things, but because they're cool and everything. But like if you have shelves like you have that full of things, like what's the point of like having some in a little crate and putting that on the shelf next to your other CDs? You know what I mean? Like, what do you need a crate unless you're gonna? I don't know how to explain it. A little crate of just one artist. What's the point? Just for like the novelty of it, the fun of it.
Well, I don't have it for the CDs, but I've got it for the movies.
Oh yeah.
So I've got
I
all
guess
my.
they do that too with
I've got all my
movies.
Seinfelds in one thing. And I Love Lucy, one thing. Because for one thing, your average CD, when you put them like this, there's room at the back that's unused.
Mm.
So if you can have like one of them crates and then have them like this and have about a dozen in the crate, then it gives you more space.
I love CDs and jewel cases. I
Yes.
love them.
Yes.
God, it's so easy. Just pull that out there, little cover, flip, boop. Bing. It's so easy, man. I love it.
I just tore one apart last week.
Oh, you rat bastard.
It was so damn tight.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even get the thing out, the disc. Like it was undersized. It was, when you're trying to put your hand in, get a hold of that center hole to pull it out, you couldn't do it. It was like, this is the dumbest. What do they call those things?
Come on, man.
Yeah. The paper things.
What's that, Jeff?
Those paper things. Those.
Yeah, they got a name.
Yeah.
Not
showcase, but the other kind.
And my brain just went. But anyway, it was the worst of those things ever. I just tore the thing apart.
Mm-hmm.
I used my printer, made a copy of the back so I could, put it like in the back portion and all that kind of stuff, and just get out of here. Like worst cardboard thingy ever. Ugh.
Those what are they called? Digipacks? That's what they're called.
Yeah, Digipack.
I was trying to think of it before. And again, I always say this because I'm afraid if Robert P's watching, he's going to be insulted because I know he makes these wonderful Digipacks. And I'm not saying that just to kiss Robert S's behind, but I'm saying when he makes those, I love them. I wouldn't have them any other way because he does a great job making them look like the original LPs, and they're so cool. They're different. To me, they're special class by themselves. All right? But generally speaking, aside from those, when he makes them, I just prefer the jewel case for every reason. I just so many ways I like it better.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Right.
And yes, I have extras here, in case one breaks.
I got a few myself, yeah.
Like so sometimes I want to get them from the Goodwill or whatever, and they're marked down because they're broken or the little spindle thingy in them. No problem. I've got extra parts.
Extras.
Yeah, you can always have it brand new again.
Mm-hmm. So sometimes you find them, they look like they've been, scuffed up and stuff. No, I got extras. I got lots.
I've been known to take a little Windex occasionally and shine them up, the jewel cases.
I use alcohol.
The actual cases, not the CDs, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And then when they have like glue stuck on them or something like that, because you can scratch off the price or whatever, but then there's a little glue residue on it.
And they never are going to fall off those hub things. Never.
Yeah.
If you put, the regular hubs, like they never fall unless they're broken. Maybe even then, there's no room for it to really.
Yeah.
Like perfect little thingy. It's a great invention. CD is great. It really was a great invention. That's why I got out of vinyl in 1986.
Mm-hmm. I was reluctant at first, like when CDs came on the market, I'm going like, oh no. Because like we went through 8 tracks and cassettes. Oh no,
CDs.
What's this about? And then somebody brought a player and a bunch of CDs to a camping trip. And we're like, oh, there's these new CD things. Well, here's what you can do with them. You never have to flip them over. They're of course they're compact. They'll play in your car. You can dial up whatever song you want. Just go track number 6, and it plays. I'm going like, say that is.
You can shuffle them, shuffle songs. Yeah. I used to have my first player. I could program what order I want them to play in. Anything you want to do. It's amazing. Really, when you think of it. But again, there's something about those damn 12-inch vinyl records that I love too.
Well,
they're big.
Mm-hmm.
I sleeve CDs, then I flip through them like records.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean take the disc out and put them in like a book type thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not really a fan of that.
Yeah.
Oh, the plastic ones. Okay. Take them out of the cases. Yeah.
Take them out of the case, and then you throw the case away, and then This is what you're stuck with.
You know that thing on the spindle that you got.
This is what you're stuck with. A bunch of orphan CDs that have no cases, no artwork, nothing. Oh, well. To each their own, I suppose. But no, I have what looks like a big library sitting there.
You're getting me thinking about it again. CDs. And I think what I'm going to have to do is I got to find a way to keep a list. I know these days everybody does it on their phone to know what I got, because I don't always know what I got. When I go out to see used CDs, I got to see, like, do I have this artist? Like, do I have this greatest hits? Do I have this? I don't have any idea what I need. And I don't know how I'm going to do that in a notebook.
I fell in that trap this past Monday.
Uh-oh.
You know, like, do I have this or not? I can't remember. Oh, gee.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. So Boo Boo says, buy it anyway. If you already got it, you can trade it in. Okay. So I bought it. Get home. Look in my library. Yeah, I already had it.
Well, how much did it cost?
$5.
I mean, you don't want to throw fire. You don't want to, if you don't have to, but it's not the worst thing.
But the case is, I had it in my hand. Wasn't sure if I had it or not. If I bought it and I already have it, then okay, I did. If I didn't, then it was see, I made the right choice. So I could have saved myself $5, but then if I would have got home and I didn't have it, then I would have kicked myself.
Well, if I write these things down in notebooks and like you put like under C, you put like Chicago or Jim Croce or whatever. How are you going to do that? I mean, in a notebook. I'm not talking. I know on the computer you could alphabetize and organize. But
what are drawers just for CD? What's that? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, well,
is that like those boxes we were talking about earlier? The cool crates? What is that? Not sure what that is. When I moved back in 2017, I've never set my turntable back up. Got one of those Bose Wave CD players, and a Sony boombox in my bedroom. I still use my Sony Discman on the go. Wow.
On the go. Yeah.
He's all set. Except for in his car.
Yeah, it's tough. It makes me think about it. Oh, God.
No. I don't know. My next car is not going to have a CD player. No.
No, they don't make them anymore.
They don't put them in. We need the room for the
something else.
Get
your portable. Get your portable, Doc.
I got to do what I got to do.
Yeah.
They need the space for those screens. We can't have a slot for the CD when we need an 18-inch screen staring at you.
Yeah.
Let me out, Daddy. Let me out. I smell woman.
Oh,
gosh.
No girl cat. No more kittens. None.
Luckily, we're coming to the end here. If we can get away from the politics and the kind of stuff.
That's okay.
Oh, IKEA sells drawers that fit in their record cubes. Oh, like the shelves with the 4 drawers to a cube. Interesting. But then you got to buy the cubes, and then you got to buy the.
I like reading the spines of the CDs.
Me too. And I hate upside down spines too.
Yeah, sure.
Joe, did you ever see Andrew Dice Clay live?
Hickory dickory dock. I'm trying to think of a rhyme. I never saw him on the clock. No, I never. No, I've never been to a performance of his. Although I watched some stuff on TV.
Well, his point is, he saw someone in the crowd who looked just like you.
A lot of people look like me.
Yeah. So I know there was a rash of Joe lookalikes for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that guy you thought looked like me on one of those shows. Was it you, Joe Mayo? Nothing like me to me. But I forget what.
You didn't think he looked like you?
No, there was a game show or so. I don't know. I thought it was a game show.
I don't know. I think one of the most fun was on Match Game when they said, "Let's get our best response to this," and they said it had blank me.
That's funny. Like these days, I mean, I think like that's what you think of. I think of that right away when I hear Mayo or something.
Yeah. But the top thing was not Joe. So
No.
no. But it was funny when it came up though. I had a good laugh. Blank Mayo. I think it was Virginia Mayo was the topic.
What am I going to eat for dinner, guys? That's the question. Pizza? Sicilian pie. How do you get a Sicilian pie for one person? And I can only eat 2 slices. That's crazy.
I was just going to say, what is a Sicilian pie?
Oh, my God. You guys don't know?
Well, I've never heard of it.
Square slices instead of the triangle slices?
Yeah. I've heard of it, yeah.
You don't know? It's they're traditional pizza's thinner and triangular. Sicilian is thicker. Its dough is thicker, and
it's square.
There's square pie, thicker dough a little bit.
Nope, never heard of it.
Wow.
It's a New York thing, I guess. I don't know.
And I know one thing. If I call up and ask for sardines, they'll say, "We don't have sardines here."
I want those furry things.
I meant to say anchovies, damn it. Anchovies is what I meant. If I say like anchovies, we don't have anchovies.
Well, Wes is going to have a meatball sandwich.
Oh, enjoy it. Now I'm going to get with my son and we'll see what we're going to get for dinner.
Thank you, Henry.
That's funny. Yeah, Henry, thanks a lot.
Yeah. Wonderful.
A few minutes left. Well,
we don't have to. We can go to dinner. We don't have to be right on the money.
Yeah.
I need some din.
Yeah. So
I'm going to call my son in a little bit.
Yeah. So dinner time, kids. So, yeah. Where's my little banner?
We'll be back for soup next Thursday.
Is this working?
And don't forget Thursday
night at 8 p.m. tea for some soup. See, that still works.
Enjoy Mayo in the morning. Morning cup of Joe.
That's right. If I do it, I should be.
Yeah, it was good until Henry sent it off the rails.
Yeah.
For me, it's breakfast with Mayo. So
I know. So come back on Thursday for more of this nonsense if you like, and we'll catch you again later.
When is Mother's Day? Next Sunday?
I don't know.
I'm gonna get my card and everything. Send that out.
Yeah.
Let's see, the 12th.
Something like that.
The 12th.
The 12th. Happy Mother's Day, anyway. Happy Mother's Day, Mama Wilkerson.
Yeah.
So, okay, kids, we're going to leave you now. So, speak about Mama Wilkerson.
Gary. See you later.
Good night, Mrs. Wilkerson, wherever you
Mrs.
are.
Wilkerson and everyone else.
Yeah, so
bye. Good
night, everyone. Yes. Whoops, wrong. No, not that one.
Wrong button.
That's all, folks.